Good morning, world. Hello. Top of the morning. We're actually a little early today, 10:30 a.m. Monday, March 23rd. What a crazy day has already been had in the markets today, guys. We had an 800 point candle at about 7:30 in the morning. Let me show you what we've already dealt with today. Check this out. Market pulling back a bit here. I am short in a prop firm, but I want to show you what we're looking at for the day first. Trading view is a little laggy for me. Let me pop over to here, show you my position.
Down
gives us clear skies to continue
at
down.
512. Okay, 512 was about my cost basis. We're about in here. So I had built a position all through here,
because we've already retested.
and now I've moved my cost basis from 512 to 678.
So glad I paid for you.
I'm gonna just leave SPY one.
Okay, back at
up, and I'm gonna show you the.
So we've already done the VIX TP1 retest. So there's nothing that. There's nothing
Rotation technique for scalping. If your first day in the stream, feel free to ask me questions.
We could.
I just use rock super tools and liquidity pockets to aim my trade where I want it to be.
Another retest of VIX TP1.
What really had me kind of like aiming right here was that ARB started sort of pulling back, even though it's still positive.
Level for VIX is
negative enough. The probability that this dumps from here is low. I probably should just close out and be happy with what I.
Bullish today, as expected after we found that bottom on Friday.
I'll talk about the other levels in between there.
Did get a little sketchy today.
It's 100%. If you say my probability that we bounce from here, my belief is that we probably bounce from here 60, 70%. It's probably a 30% chance we fall through. I'm just kind of guessing it. But sometimes you might want to take the low probability bet because the return is bigger. Example is you can take, your guaranteed 1-to-1 bet. That's an 80% chance. Or you can take a 7-to-1 bet that has a 30% chance or 20% chance. Lower probability, higher return.
Gotta be laser focused
Let's see what's going on
what the market is doing. If it's holding that level,
Okay.
So
I have to be very careful here. That's why I was in quick and out quick, right?
Most importantly, we have to see.
Yeah, so DCAing at a higher target. So I allowed myself. First of all, the trick is the initial position size was small enough that exactly where I was re-entering the trade, I was exactly at 20K in the hole. I told you guys I'm gonna allow myself to lose just what I have in there, and then add back to it, and then pull it back and raise that cost basis. So originally,
I'm gonna put away my position for now, staying short from the tippity top at 24,684 on the NQ. I'm just gonna hold this with a stop at break even just to see, if the market wants to go, it can go. But if you look over here in the VIX complex, UVXY testing highs while VIX did pop up off of the prior day low area. VIX futures are still heading down, but I don't trust those guys. These guys are helpful big picture, but right now, futures going down, present going up. You can see why this is not the most helpful. We are on the 2 minutes over here. If we looked at the 2 minute on futures, it looks like Braille. I don't read Braille, so this is just more of a trend analysis tool. Now over here on the tick is strong. It's not awesome when we're short. I do like that rejection up here, sort of like a head and shoulder, double shoulder action. But this bounce is not helping the short. There that is. Yeah. Let me see if I can actually just give you the good stuff. That's the good stuff right there. So, SPY, nice rejection. We do not want to see a substantial push above this 661.80s. We're at 661 evens right now. All right. Now, over here back to the NQ on the 15. Where were we Friday? Let's see. Friday, there's the candle I was looking for. This was the bottom that we were looking for all Friday afternoon, blowing up accounts, trying to find this candle right here. Caught the bottom on several accounts, and those are sitting pretty good right now. All prop firms I did pass that Lucid challenge that I started Friday, longing in the bottom here. Passed that last night. Already up about $350 on there. I think 369 for this morning. Not touching at the moment, just in props right now because of this volatility. So anyways, this was what I thought was the low. We even pumped after hours, but then gapped down last night to a new low. I didn't stream it, but I longed from here. This is where I passed the Lucid, made some money, took this long again up to here, went to bed. This was about 10:15 p.m. We sold off, even on some bad news, and I'll show you what happened over here on the VIX. So over here on the VIX 15, check out what happened. This started at about 1 a.m. About 1 a.m. we started. Oh, we have a gap here, but we gapped up on the VIX all the way up in the 30s. We peaked at 29.17 before. 29.28, excuse me, 29.28 prior day high. Up in the 30s overnight. Not a lot that we can do to work with that, especially at 1 o'clock in the morning when that sell-off started. So this was institutionally driven. This is banks. This is overseas institutions, hedge funds that are trading where retail is not. So we are not trading at 1 o'clock in the morning generally. That's a bad idea if I'm doing that. There's a rejection I wanted to see off SPY. Again, we don't want to get over the 660 80s. 50s is even better. We're under 661. That's great for the short. Again, short of the tippity top, stops at break even. You can see them way up there on the DOM here. Boop. That's where my stop is. That's where my position is. And I'm just going to let that ride because VIX is waking up. VIX is waking up. We don't want to screw with VIX and oil pushing up at the same time. So we've sold off from, this is our 3:30 p.m. Friday after hours. Gap down, closed the gap, sold off from 1 a.m. until 3:15 a.m. That was when the VIX was peaking. Came back up to this level. Look at that. We kissed the bottom of the candle, that 3:30 candle on Friday. Kissed it, sold it again. Now, this is about when I started watching, 6:45 a.m. I saw, oh wow, we broke below the open. This is certainly not a bullish scenario. But then something magical happened. At 7, it wasn't even 7 on the dot. It was a funny number. Check this out. This is so cool. Pre-market in the dark at 7:05 a.m. Our fearless leader, I guess he's, taking a dump or something, but he just put out a tweet saying, you know what? Peace in Iran. Let's do it. What you? Now I just want to show you guys why at 7:05 in the morning, why this is such a big deal. That's 943 handles. That's almost 1,000 points on the NQ. So just for comparison's sake, let's say currently I'm short 1 micro. That's $2 a point. If I was long 1 micro at $2 a point times 900 points, that's $1,800 on a micro. 18K on a mini. I don't trade minis. This is prop trading. We don't get to do that kind of fun stuff. That would certainly, 18K would be fun in a live account, but trading props, not that helpful. It'd be fun to pass an account over here. If it was a 1-day pass, if you had an Apex or something like that, that'd be fun. Uh-oh. SPY's popping above my 660.50. Oh, rejected. That's what I want to see. Don't want to see any rejections over here on the UVXY. 48.50. Let's check out Rocket Scooter. What does it have to say about the UVXY 48.50? It's MHP on the UVXY. Likely to be a rejection. Likely to be the next leg up on the market. We're staying short though because this pump is happy. This is a. Let's just measure real quick. Come on now. Yeah, we've done a almost a 250 move on the UVXY. That's a substantial move for 10 minutes. I'm staying short. Especially, look at that. 48.53. This is your Rocket Scooter right here. Resilience is pretty low. Although, no, it's not. Resilience is at 100. I'm not totally sure how to read that, but this might be time to exit the short. We did get the rejection off of the MHP 4850 on UVXY. So I'm going to adjust my plans. Might take some profit on this short. Let's just see. Let's just watch what happens over here at 4850 because we could get a big pop here on the market. Ready to stop. Deep in profit. $135 in profit at the moment. Yeah, I'm taking it. All right. Took it for 126. I think there's a good chance we pop here, especially because of this rejection right here. We could see the VIX reject off 2450. It loves those round numbers. UVXY just rejected off MHP from below. If we break above, I would be interested in re-engaging in the short, but for right now, I am standing by. 4850 again on the UVXY. Let's see how it goes. Rejected. Pushing. Not seeing a whole lot of volume coming in. Let's go to even like the 1 minute and see what we see. Didn't even see a ton of volume on that giant bar, so hard to know. We're watching really closely. 4850. Oh. There's that rejection off 4850. Will the market take the bait? VIX over 2450. Uh-oh. There's the rejection. Watch for a pop-up on the market. Let's see. Now, on the other hand, just alternatively, I'm flat right now. No positions on. Oh, fighting. Oh, we are through the MHP. I'm going to re-engage in the short. Let's see. I'll even add to this if it pops up some. That's nice. See that? We've just broken MHP on the UVXY. That is a big risk off signal. So this is a good short. As long as we don't crunch under 4850 again, I'm sticking short. I'm watching the 48s. 4870. This is all very good news for our short. Let's see. This could also be the bounce point that I was looking for the market to pop. Yeah, the market's popping a little bit, but I don't trust it. Again, the market might be trying to take the bait for a little bit of a bull trap here. We're going to test MHP, this 4850 level from above. Let's see if we hold it or fall through. Holding. Uh-oh. Pretty big rejection there in the UVXY. This, again, could be the beginning of the next leg up. Let's see. Reclaim of the MHP. That's the test of MHP from above, and it bounced. Adding. I want to see this whole bounce fade. Doesn't look very fadey, though. Or over 660.80. That was my line in the sand on SPY. Okay, still short in the red here. UVXY above MHP. As long as we're above MHP on UVXY without a substantial rejection here, I'm staying short. 4857 on the UVXY. 4858. There it is. Look at that pop. Look at the pop. It doesn't have to be complicated, guys. We stayed below 660.80, which was the shoulder here that I'm imagining, sort of this head and shouldery, double shoulder, if you will. Okay, we're up 40s. We're in the 40s. I'm going to take one off there at 40. That's a $20 profit. UVXY put in a bit of a top wick here on the prior day low. This could easily be a sweep where it sweeps high only to reject further down and pull the market up with it. There's the bounce that I was avoiding. Short from 615 over here. That's where we are. We're at my entry, 619, 618. There's that top wick forming on the UVXY. This could be a little bit of a bear trap. A little bit of a bear trap on the head and shoulders. You got to kind of realize, too, that for every head and shoulders, there's actually kind of an inverse something. Let's see. Will the head and shoulders play out on the 1 minute? Let's do some drawing. Let's draw. Let's do some drawings. All right, let's see how we're doing. Stream's still going. You can't even see my face, though. This is not ideal. Let's see if I can. I'm just going to pull that down there. So at least you can see a little bit of my face while seeing my position on screen. Don't love the UVXY rejection there. I might need to take some profits. Let's see. Are we in focus? It seems a little soft to me. I feel like the focus on this camera is a little unpredictable. That's better. That's better. Okay. Sorry about that, everybody. Being out of focus is no fun. UVXY not rejecting. Man, I should probably... Let's see about that. Let's see if we were to just do a little bit of a reversal, how that would feel. Uh-oh. Seeing a rejection on the UVXY prior day, taking my profits there, taking my 15 bucks. This could easily be a big monkey bounce on the market. Not going to take my chances here. There's VIX kind of rejecting in the 2450 range. UVXY still pushing towards that 4911 prior day low. I would actually not be surprised if we pop slightly above, only to reject off of whatever that white line is. This would be the overnight pre-market high, 49.35. That's where we rejected from before. Let's see. Will the market fall or pop from here? Let's find out. Oh, seeing a lot of green here. Seeing some greens. UVXY is rejecting. Remember, 48.50 is that magic MHP number, and now we got a ton of EMAs below. That was a good exit on the short. SPY at 661. That's over our 660.80 level. That was a beautiful trade. $15 profit, but it was a nice trade. That was the more important thing to keep in mind here, everybody. Winning is winning. Win small, live to trade another day. So just to recap, I'm currently in a MyFundedFutures rapid eval. Started this morning, $3,000 target, 2 days to pass. Look at that bounce. Look at that bounce. That's almost a $1 bounce on the SPY. 660.30 to 661.40. $1.20 on the SPY. There's the breaking through the MHP, 48.50. This could be a long to chase if we break prior day high, which is, you can see up here on my NQ chart. Yeah, this was an unexpected bounce. I'm glad I got out of the short. This UVXY is driving everything. Let's see if, did oil reject? Oil got a bit of a rejection up here too on the 2 minute. Let's see. If we get no bouncies on oil, market goes big time magoo. Let's see. Not chasing yet. Not chasing yet because we could easily bounce right here. This could easily be a bull trap. Back to the 10. Little bit of a evening star reversal with a high top wick, especially right here. Check that out. How do they look on the 30? 30 is trending. We are trending on the 30. This is a bullish day. Already up 2% on the day. 2.2%. That's a huge day on the NQ. That's exactly what I wanted to see after the bottom on Friday, but they didn't let it. They didn't let retail participate. They didn't make it easy. They drove it up Saturday to dump it Sunday futures to drive it up Monday morning at 7:05 a.m. off some bullshit. So this is not retail friendly. This is not easy trading. You know, this is trading for all audiences, but this is not for the faint of heart. That's for sure. Matt just checking in, still short in profit. Look at that. He's short at the top too. I already took my profit. Good rejection off of 662-ish. Yep, 661.90s on SPY. Look at that. We got a 48.50 bounce off the EMAs. This was not a long to chase. This was just repositioning. This could even be a reposition to drive the market lower. What they do is the market makers set a ceiling, and as soon as they get close to that ceiling, they have to rejigger it a little bit. So they let the market rest for a little bit while they move the ceiling up, and then the market meets the ceiling, and then they push it down. So we're currently in the ceiling. Speaking of that, where's my tickers? These guys always love talking about the ceiling. What are y'all up to over there on Twitter? Hashtag TTP. They're long. Ticker's long, but still, we're above MHP. Above MHP on UVXY. This could just be a retest of this EMA where we rejected from. I don't know, guys. I don't think it's a long. I'm not buying the long. I'm with Matt on the short side. I don't buy it at all. In fact, I'm back in short. There it goes. There it goes. There it goes. Okay. Yep. Market is plunging. What an entry on the short there. Stop is in. Not quite break even. Stops in about 50-50 of the range here. If we get a big bounce, it'll stop me quick, but that's okay. We're in profits, deep in profits, down to 660, under that 660.80. Oh boy. Oh boy. I'm going to just adjust this a little bit to the 5-minute to see if this head and shoulders reveals itself a little bit better on a different time frame. 2-minute. Okay, here's our 2-minute. Yeah, I was going to draw. Let's do some drawing. Can I? Oh, wait, it doesn't let me play with it over the other screens. That's annoying. I'm going to have to figure that out. UVXY over the prior day low, but again, we talked about this sweep. Is this just the bounce spot? Is this the bounce point? Rejecting on UVXY, rejecting on VIX, that 24.50 again. I'm taking the profit at $26. That's a nice close right here near the bottom of this candle. That's the buy. I don't trust it. I think we sweep. I think we're sweeping above the prior day low only to bounce further off of this sort of like... Is that an inverted? Is this an inverse head and shoulders? All right, let's find some shapes. I want to draw you guys some shapes. This will be fun. This is the kind of stuff that I wanted to do to... Geometric shapes. Yes. Curve. Whoop. 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 Hey. Oh. Sorry, guys. I'm new at this whole drawing on the charts thing. Okay, this was the open. Don't love seeing all of that.
What brand are they mostly wearing right now? Are they wearing Under Armour by chance? Or Lululemon?
My kids wear nothing but Nike.
Yeah, it's Nike.
Not so much the inverted head and shoulders like I wanted to see.
The reason why I'm asking that is, what would be the reason?
It's more of a trend line that we're popping above. Again, great close on the short. Still above MHP, but like I pointed out, this sweep above the high only to reject. We hit that overnight high. Was this like the 3 a.m. high? Oh, this was the opening candle high. Interesting. Oh, popping again. Still trying to find this shape here that I wanted to show you guys. It's yeah, I don't love this. Let's redo this. Because I see sort of a trend line. I'd love to go one candle back, ignore the liquidity grab, and check that out. We broke below the trend line briefly, and then we've been firmly above. I think that's a pretty good indicator right there. Not to take the long here. This is a terrible place to long. We're here at a pivot. This is what this gold line is. These gold lines are pivots. This is the pivot from the pump. We pumped, we retraced. This is the middle of the retrace. Nice pivot where everything bumped its head, currently bumped its head again. Not a place to long. Not a place to long, in my opinion. Oh, check these out. VIX Futures looking a little perky. I don't know if we can trust them. I don't know much. I don't know much about much, but I know I'm not long in here. Yeah, that looks like a pretty good rejection of the prior day high. AKA erasing everything that happened on Friday and over the weekend. Now we're just back into the same range. Oops. Cheers. Okay. Can SPY hold the trend, or will this be... Oh, wait. There's a... If you ignore this nonsense, which was nonsense, this is Trump nonsense, I can finally draw a shape for you guys. I love it. Is there a better way to do that, though? Curve, double curve, path, ellipse. Okay. Let's try it.
To go against your trade. I'm just gonna challenge you based on what you're saying to see if it makes sense for me. Because in my head, it has to make sense too. So when I question your,
Wanted to curve the other way.
ticker itself, I'm just trying to get an understanding of what you guys are saying. Not saying that you're wrong or I'm right. I'm just trying to understand. So yeah, you're just doing duty up here. Yeah, it's our duty up here to challenge each other on these things because we have to keep each other honest. So yeah, don't take any offense to when I challenge you guys.
I'm offended.
Head and shoulders.
Yeah, edges.
Maybe the neckline. We could pop up again. Stay even along this. We could maybe come back up to 661.60s, and that would be the place to short from. But again, we're above the MHP. We're above the prior day low. That sweep did not hold. Big green with volume on the UVXY. This is, again, we're holding the trend line on SPY, but the UVXY is telling a different story. VIX is telling a different story. Above 2450. We're at the EMA on VIX. They tend to respect these. We either are going to pop above to fail. This is our pivot right here at 2513. We are below pivot on VIX. Uh-oh. Okay. This could be the time. Let's see if we pop to 660 and then sell off. Sorry, 662. 661.60. Or 661.80. That's the range I'm looking for. And then, okay, UVXY popping. I almost chased the long there, but what I really want is to set up the short. I wonder if Matt is still short. Matt still short. Here in my TPT, we're up $328. Here in the MyFundedFutures, up $644. These are both evals. I'm probably done on funded for today unless we pass. Oh, we got some top steps to play with today, too. Let's get this guy up to 1,500, and then we'll switch over to top step. Those are fun to watch. 24,600 on the NQ is the challenge point right now. Will it hold? Will it fail? Let's find out. Staying on the trend on 660.80s. SPY. As long as we don't break below 660, we're going to stay on that trend line. Let's find out what happens. The battle of the Bears and the Bulls up here at 661.31 at the pivot. I expect we chop up here for probably 5 to 8 more minutes, maybe even dip a little bit below that trend line, pop above 661.31, only to fail again, creating that second shoulder, and then down we go. I always wanted to catch a head and shoulders to the downside. I have yet to really do that effectively. Let's find out what happens. You know, we can check out Rocket Scooter too. Let's just see. We can wait for UVXY to do a bit of a rejection off of 50. That would be a fun place to reject from. Not from the top where I want to short from. Shorting from 660 would be radical. Okay, so the CBC is flipped over here on NQ, flipping long. But we're up here bumping our head on the ceiling. I don't want to be long. Don't want to. Okay, 661.31 is the number here on SPY. I expect to look above and fail. Let's find out if I'm right. Look above and fail. UVXY is maybe going to betray me over here. Come on, I thought we were holding the prior day low. Looked above. Look above and fail? Or we look above and next leg? Again, I want this short. I want the short like Matt has. You can see all of the buys and sells that I had on this account right here. Can you guys see that? Can you clock on that? Let's see. No, you cannot. Well, in any event, they're there. You can trust me. Oh, and it was a look above and fail on the SPY. 661.31 down to 660.97. We're below 661. That was a rejection. We're forming that right, a little bit of a right shoulder. I would like to see actually another pop above. That technically could be the shoulder. If you're looking over here on my SPY chart, check this out. Actually, what I can just do one of these. It's got like a baby shoulder. Shout out Jason Ellis, baby shoulders. Baby little shoulder, baby shoulder. A little baby shoulder. On the trend line. That's not the shoulder that I wanted to see. There we go. Okay, we're popping up. 661.31. That was a nice bounce. Yeah, see the top wick? See the top wick on the UVXY and the rejection on VIX. Okay, let's get up here. Let's make this shoulder a real shoulder, and then we can really sell this thing off. Come on. Come on. We're above the 661.30. 660.62-ish. Okay. I could. Oh, UVXY off a cliff. Still above. Oh, back to MHP. No, UVXY deeply falling off the cliff. Doesn't feel like a short is really in the cards now. Funny how fortunes can change. Reversal of fortune, which I believe is what they call in competitive eating, an upset. Okay, all right. There's the rejection that I wouldn't hate to see off the 660, 661.60s, aka 24,650. Again, I said I wanted a short 660. We're almost there. That UVXY does not look very short friendly though. We see this dropping. The market is going to be flying. All right, 48.50 test perhaps over here on the UVXY. VIX under the 24.50, rejected the EMA here on the 15. Oh, we've just lost the MHP on the UVXY. That is bigger than a head and shoulders. It's like poker. This is like a straight beats three of a kind. Three shoulders defeated by an MHP break. This is a good long. This could be a big long. We're going to be heading to new highs. Pretty good. We're at the 6. We're above 660. I did not take the short off that level. Matt is still short. All right. He's about to get squeezed, I think, because we just broke down on the UVXY. Oh, boy. Don't love shorting it here, but this was kind of my thesis, was to short it up here from the tippy top. Tippity top, under 660. Okay, I short one. I shorted one at 668. This is for the fail. I want to fail it up here. Let's see if I'm wrong. I feel like I'm wrong. Playing it very, very small up here at 668. Kind of around my entry right now. UVXY at 48. Bounce. We going back over 48.50? I don't think so. This is just a little bit of a reversion. Hope I don't get squeezed. Above that prior day high. That 660 prior day high.
Let's go, Ben. There's a 66.50 tap. Break this, squeeze up, because this was as mean.
Twitter, sorry, my squawk, my Twitter squawk, talking about SPX 6650, big level here. I could easily see a rejection from here. We're up back to 66, 24,660 and 50 cents. We're in profits on the short. I'm gonna use high of day as my stop loss right now, which is about 24,700. So that's like that's a casual. All right, this could be a price. We looked above and we failed earlier today. Let's see if we do the same thing here or if this is actually the bounce. Bounce. It was the bounce. UVXY betrayal. Ouchie. So my head and shoulders thesis not playing out so far. But this is trading. This is the way that it goes. You have a thesis. If it fails, it fails. If it's invalidated, then so be it. Oh, UVXY, what are you doing down there at 47.93? Give me a 48 bounce. I'll try again at 48.50. SPY get a little bit of rejection off the 663. Is the head and shoulders thesis alive? It might be. It might be. Sorry, it got very quiet in my ears. I gotta start that back up. Still short over here. Got about $20 of profit. UVXY. Bounce-ish off the 48. We're at prior day high. Oh, and we bounced right off of it. I'm taking it right there. Break even trade. That's a good trade. That's a good exit. Woof. Again, these top wicks on UVXY plus the bounce off of 660 told me that it was time to exit. I will not be afraid to re-enter here if I see UVXY actually put on a bounce, but this does not look like a short at this moment. Wait. There it goes. There's a bounce. 49. 47.91. Tick is going negative. No, it's actually very positive. 400K. Okay, short again. See if UVXY is going to betray me again off the 48. We're below the prior day high. We're at 653. 660 is the prior day high. 656 is my entry. Pretty solid entry. This is, again, the short that I've been setting up for. This could also just be a retest of this line on the 661.30s. But this could also be just like a slightly higher high to only fail. Look above and fail on the prior day high. So far, so good. Pretty solid thesis. UVXY, wake up. Nope. I might have to make this a really short scalp. Short. No. Don't reclaim that prior day high with a tail wick on the bottom. That is bad for my short. UVXY over 48 though. Nope, rejecting the 48. Exit 24. All right, we're above 660. I could add up here. Watching for a cue from the VIX. Complex. Added at 63. Right as UVXY rejected. Ruh-roh. We could squeeze up here. I got my finger on the exit button. Okay, watching for the top wick off 680s. Nice rejection. This is 662 again on the SPY. Put it in a bit of a hanging man. In the red. Okay, UVXY. There's the bounce. Monkey bounce on the UVXY. I love it. Oh, and then rejected. This is not looking great for a short. We were in the green for a second there. Yeah, it looks like we're squeezing up. We're at 675s. We get above 680, I'm going to cut it. All right, shorted one more at 677. 680. Well, we rejected 680 again. Giving it through it. $680.50, $681, $682. If we don't reject here, I'm going to have to exit. Give me a top wick rejection. There we go. There we go. There we go. Yes. 676, 672. Yes. Oh, and UVXY. There's my friend. There's my friend catching up to the program. Still bouncing off the 660s, though. No, did not reject the way I wanted. UVXY heading way down, way down. Unless we get a bottom wick on the UVXY, this is game over in this trade. It's at the top of my shoulder on the SPY. Top of the shoulder. I'm going to short one more. That's a short from 82. Yes, yes. Still loving the top wicks. Come on, UVXY. Start acting right. Loving the top wickage. So far, my crooked head and shoulders might play out on SPY. It's a thesis. It's not for sure. I'm new at this. Almost. Still at the 680s. This is the rejection spot I wanted to see. We get above 24,700. I'm going to cut this thing for real. My position average is at 24,671 to the short side. I'm fighting the trend here, though. That trend line on SPY is betraying me. Oh, we're at 87. 80, back to 82. Back to 80s. That was a little reach up for liquidity. Will it help propel it higher or lower is the question. Love to see a rejection here. Trade is green. Not red, not green. There we go. That's the rejection I wanted. Yes, sir. Here we go. Give me a little more. A little more. Give me in the 30s. There we go. 40s. There we go. Taking off 2. Taking off 1 more. 1 to go. Stop is at break even. That is a good trade. That's a scalp trade right there. We're still going to bounce off 660 potentially. It might hit my stop, but that's okay. Because remember, that last ad was up in the 80s. Took me out. Okay. Took me out on profit there at the 70s. I love this bottoming action on UVXY. Let's see if it holds. We might break down those 60s. Up 659.30 in this rapid account. MyFundedFutures rapid. Oh, that's not what you love to see from UVXY. That's not what I asked for. Not even a little bit. That's all right. That's all right. Seems like the market wants to continue on the trend. I would consider taking a long if we somehow like came back down here to retest right as the UVXY tested that 48.50 again, but I don't think it's going to happen. I think we're just going to go up. So good exit on the short. Even though it was a stop out, I can be happy about that. Didn't lose any money on the trade. It got a little hairy there too, but that was some profits, little profits. Baby greens, I call them baby greens. They count. They're good for you. Gotta eat your baby greens. All right. I don't love any of this price action. Until we get a really good move to play off of, I don't think I'm going to be trying any funded action here today. I do have some top steps that I can play with. Ooh, there's the rejection under 660. Bounce immediately. That actually is an excellent long spot if you look over here in the NQ. Again, I think we're near the ceiling, so I'm not going to be finding longs up here on this double top-ish situation. But check out the long bounce right here where the 9 EMA intersects with the prior day high retest. That is an excellent long spot if we were not quite up so high. Check that out. Look at the bounce right where I said it was. Let's see what happens next. We break out. That was the 660 retest I talked about potentially taking. But it's only got, 40 points to the upside, which on a micro is talking $80. I don't think it's worth the risk to try and go long at the top. This is something I'm learning. Don't long the top. Why would you long the top? That's a chase, and that's going to get you spanked. All right, we're dipping under the 9 on the 2-minute. Let's see what happens. Wow. That bottom wick. Check that out. Now, funny thing about a bottom wick is it can actually form a hanging man on a key EMA plus a level. I love to combine the EMAs and the levels all at the same time. I would consider this to be a potential long bounce, But you got to watch out. If we do not engulf this situation up here, this is actually sellers exhausting buyers. Watch for a smack down after this hanging man forms, a hanging person. I happen to know that our country hung plenty of women. I was in a short film. Actually, no, it was a feature. The very first film set I ever participated in, The Ballad of Frankie Silver, filmed in somewhere in the woods in western North Carolina, about the story of the first ever woman hanged. I think it was in Massachusetts. Great, happy story, but it was an important one. Hanged for witchcraft. Very sad story, and a very not awesome movie. But that was the one. That's where I got bit by the bug, the movie bug. And that was the first movie set that I ever got to be on. I loved it so much that actually my mom would take me back, even on, I was there, sorry, I was an extra. I was in the courthouse scene and the hanging scene, which was of course done off camera. There's no way they could pull off that level of effect on an indie film. But I was a 2-day extra, I think, in the courthouse scene and maybe a couple other exteriors. This was sort of on the heels of the Last of the Mohicans, Richie Rich. This is actually the casting director of those two films, directed this film, The Ballad of Frankie Silver, Teresa Phillips. Lovely, lovely lady. Pretty okay filmmaker. I did a bunch of work for her in my second stint in the industry, which I'll tell you about another time. Still watching the interaction here on NQ with the prior day high. Remember when I told you this could be the hanging man rejection? Look at that. There's a big old hanging man. Now, what I don't love about taking a short here is this hanging man's got a long legs. Short rope, long legs tells me that's actually not a valid hanging man. We need a longer rope, more like what we saw on SPY, where we've got more rope than legs. So don't be surprised if NQ does get another pop up here. Buyers were overwhelming sellers here at the prior day high with a little bit of volume. Now, if this volume candle overcomes this buy candle, then we're certainly going down. And my crooked head and shoulders will play out just as drawn, which is a fun feeling. I like knowing that I'm right, even if I'm not in a trade. That feels almost as good as making money. Being right is one of the things I love most in life. And it's a thing that I am trying to do less and less and less. Who cares who's right? It only matters if you make money at it. So being right pays no bills. But it does feel good. But again, we are not in this business to feel good. We're in the business to make money. And sometimes that feels pretty bad, frankly. So as soon as you're chasing a high to feel good, you are already failing. The high comes later when you realize that you've had a really good trading day and not blown up any accounts today and made a little bit of money as well. Like that's the feeling that you're searching for. There goes UVXY over the 48. Shorts playing out, but we've got EMAs below. We got a solid bounce there off of, what do we got there? Is that the old 21? Nope. It's a VWAP. It's the VWAP we're bouncing off of here, rejecting under the 48 on UVXY. So we could have taken the short from 60s. We could have shorted from 65 to 35. That's 30 more points, $60 on one micro. I don't love it though, because again, like I told you, even though my head and shoulders is playing out to the T, we have an intersection here of both a trend line and a key pivot. In fact, this is just a retest of a key pivot. This is not a place to short from. This is where I expect to see a bigger rejection on UVXY, even a bigger rejection on VIX. We could even sweep under the prior day low while we make a brand new high on the market. That's called getting squeezed on a short. So this is not a short to chase, in my opinion. I mean, I could be wrong. I don't know what I'm talking about. But let's see. Not chasing the short, even though the head and shoulders played out. Ish. I mean, we're at the neckline. We could theoretically put in like another shoulder. Let's see what that would look like. Another shoulder? We could potentially do that, but a little bit of a no trade zone for me right here because I still think this is a decent long. I have conflicting theses. Therefore, no trade for me. Here, Matt closing his short. Bit of a head and shoulders forming on the UVXY, which is bullish for the market. This is the entry, 661.30s. Will we bounce? I bet you we do. That would be the entry, 661.40s. UVXY rejected. SPY bouncing almost to 50s. But no, holding. UVXY got the 48. VIX got a bounce. My long thesis was the wrong one. That's the trend line tap right there. We're through the trend line. This may accelerate to the downside. UVXY, big bump up with volume. Let's see what happens. Could easily see a bounce here off 661 in the SPY. No, under 661. Shorts are playing out. I did not take it. Conflicting signals. Uh-oh. Bottom wick. 661 reclaimed on the SPY. Top wick on the UVXY. This again, like I said, conflicting signals. I wanted a short, but I like a long here. That's a no trade. That's a no trade. While we're here in some downtime, not in a trade, let me see if I can rearrange this window a little bit. Let me see a little bit more of me. Since I look that way to see this one, I gotta reverse these guys. Let's see. You go over here. Ooh, okay. And then you can go over here. And you can still see the DOM. And now when I look at the NQ, and I point, you can't see me pointing, but I can point to the SPY. Right there, below me. With the bounce. Look at the bounce on the SPY. Told you it was a long. Look at the rejection on the UVXY. Can you see it? I might need to refresh there. Let's restart it. There it is. Okay. Now, wow, I was way delayed. UVXY, rejectee. Trend line tap on. Do I gotta do that one again too? There it is. Okay, sorry for the lag, guys. Look at that. I told you it was a long. It was a long on the SPY, right there, long off of the trend line. Tap, level tap, UVXY rejection. Now it's not a long I want to take because we're still up here at the tippity top. That was a mega rejection off my sort of head and shouldery situation. I still think this is still playing out as a head and shoulders. I just thought that could be a great entry off the 661 up to 662. I mean, you could have even scalped a zero DTE right there for at least 50%, I would think. Got to go from, $1 out of the money. Could have worked. That's a thing that we'll try someday. Surely. Overall thesis still not super long. We're still following the trend line on SPY, which tells me there's strength here. Potential for a trend day. Excuse me. Look at that. Off at the bounce. Did Matt close his short? Let's find out. He did. He took his profits. Smart. He is a smarty pants. A little bit too much sometimes, maybe. SPY is still bouncing off the trend line. I do like this layout a little bit better, but I feel like it. I don't know. I mean, like, if that was a vertical monitor. I don't know. I'm seeing that the MyFundedFutures has a town hall in the Discord, which tells me that there's going to be some giveaways in the Discord today. So I'm going to have my Discord ready, standing by. Trendline holding on SPY on the long. Not with a lot of conviction, though. That UVXY sticky icky. That might be sort of the end of what I can do here on the stream with y'all today. Again, we're up here at the tippity tip, which I don't love longing from. Still under that prior day high of the 660s, but we're at 24,646. It's had a pretty good, you know, like 40-point bounce. But this is still just wiggling. Shout out Rips, the old WD, the old wiggle dance. I wonder what Rips is up to. Let's find out. Get some channel points going over there. I could use all the help I can get. He's gambling. He blew up all his prop firm accounts this morning by trying to short during that long, but then he caught it long on his personal account and made several $100,000, so he could give a shit. So that's Rips for you. Just wanted to check in. Not gonna take up my precious bandwidth there. I do see this little hanging man right here. This was another one that I wanted to see. Equal rope and legs. That's a legitimate hanging man. Long leg hanging man. I don't know. Wow, big dump. Testing the trend line and the level again on SPY and failing it under the 661.31. It needs to bounce here or we are in trouble. You're in trouble. 661 got a hold on SPY with a big bounce. I see a squeeze firing here on the 2-minute on SPY. Let's see what direction it's going to go. Nope. 2-minute on NQ. I want this to be 5-minute on SPY. 5 minutes firing on a squeeze on the TTM. Downside or upside? I don't know. I don't know how to read that thing. It's a weird indicator. VIX seems like it's waking up. UVXY is kind of defeating that top candle off of 48. Wonder if we got some news here. This feels like a headline. Under 661 on the SPY. This is not good. It's real bad. It's real bad. I'm back over 661. That's the line in the sand on the SPY. We lose 661. We're testing 660. I'm not going to chase the short here because, again, UVXY, very rejecting. VIX, very rejecting. Those things reject hard, and up we go. What did I tell you? This could be an MHP test on the UVXY, which would suggest that we are either going to reject off the 48.50, aka where the VWAP is, to go up, or we're going to push through the MHP on the UVXY and the market's going to shit itself. Let's find out. Top wick so far. Nope, filled it. I think the market's going to shit itself. That's what I think is going to happen. Let's find out. Down to 24,600, 24,600 tap. SPY holding on to the trend line, but it does not look good. I reckon that's my head and shoulders playing out. I reckon I drew that thing. That's a mat level drawing that played out. Even with the funny hunch shoulder playing out. UVXY rejecting off the MHP area. This would be the bounce. Let's find out. Yeah, that's a pretty strong rejection candle on the UVXY over here at the 24,600 support line. 609, 610, 611. Not getting much of a bounce, though, for it being support. You would expect it to have a little bit more juice in it. Okay, there it is. There it is. That's the juice. There's the juice. Okay. All right. That was just a little early. There it is. This is also just a trend line test from below over here on SPY. This could easily be another reload on the shorts. Although UVXY is telling me that's not a short. That's a long. That's a long, baby. This is VIX just riding this EMA all the way down. We break above that. It could be fun, but riding it down, which means we're heading up. Not taking a trade. Above that 24,600 at 625, 626 and a half-ish. Pretty good bounce. Oh, but wait. Is SPY going to reject the 661.31? Is that going to be the spot? Is that the rejection spot? You could talk me into a short here. You could talk me into it. Let's find out. Under 661, I'm short. Yes, that's what we want to see. UVXY, a little bit of a bouncy bounce. We rejected that level on SPY so far, but we are above 661. Adding there at 661.08, 661.03. Good ad so far. Good ad so far. Just checking. Just checking. Okay, we're short from the 620s. VIX with the pop. UVXY with the pop. Down she goes. Nice short, everybody. Okay. Whoa. With a bounce, though. Above 661. That is not the bounce we wanted. UVXY, you tricked me. I'm adding. I still think it's a short. There it goes. There we go. In the green. In the greens. Come on now. Let's give it up. Let's give it up. Not VIX. Not you. 628. Oh, there's the rejection. That's what we like to see. That's what we like to see. Taking one off, taking two off. Now I've got a higher cost basis for my short. Gives me a little more wiggle room up here at the tippity tip. Look at that bottom wick on the VIX. I think we're going to pop up here. Glad I'm short. Not using a stop here. I'll manual stop if we start to really fly up here above that level. 661.31 is a great stop line. Oh man, you know I don't love shorting. Feels mean, but when it works, it works. Oh, above 661s. This is your chance. Nope, did not hold. VIX. What are we doing? There it goes. There goes the VIX. That's what we wanted to see off the UVXY. Good trade, good trade. We don't know if we're going to break this low on SPY, though. Yes, we did. We did. Engulfed it. And I'm taking the profit. Because the UVXY still needs to test that MHP for me to be really convinced on a long-term short. Because this could easily just be the entry point for the long. My trend line would suggest that it's not, but what the fuck do I know? Oh, that's a good exit there. Took the profit. Getting a bounce. Getting a tail wick. Boop. Oh, it's like I know what I'm doing. A little bit. Just a little bit. Oh, that was a nice looking rejection. The CBC just flipped. I will re-enter if VIX gives us a little sign of life. Still above the 600. All right, I'm back in. VIX is popping. Don't fail me now. Chasing the short. Chasing the short. There it goes. There it goes. There. Whoo! Okay. 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 VIX, doing what you're supposed to do. All right, I'm getting ready to take profit. All right, that was a quick $10. I'll take it. Up to 709, almost halfway there. Oh, but the VIX is starting to poppy pop. I might go heavier on this one. Except that this is so supportive on this. Nope, nope. UVXY is telling me a different story. VIX might reject off the 2450. Oops, I went short. I wanted to go long there. That's okay. We'll exit that quickly. All right, exited that for $5 profit. Oh, who was a short? Look at the UVXY being my friend. All right, this is the MHP test. Let's see what happens. 48.50. Could even reach up to 48.61 and reject. VIX popping. Yep. That was a rejection on the MHP. That was a nice exit on the shorts. Scalpy day. Scalpy. Very rangy. Get a MyFundedFutures contest going back there. 710 in profit. Okay, 48.41 on the UVXY. VIX futures popping. VIX popping. Will we all reject here? Let's see. No, it's looking bouncy. It's looking bouncy. There's the rejection. I'm long. I'm watching right here. That's the 48.50 rejection. Long. Want to see a top wick form here on the VIX. Oh. That's what I wanted to see on the VIX, but it's heading up. Long one more. There we go. There we go. Oh, UVXY, you tricked me again. Market's fallen. I'm adding and adding and adding because I still think this is a little bouncy spot. Let's see. VIX is pumping. Not looking great. Not looking great for my long. Watching UVXY. We've just had an MHP break on UVXY. Not super bullish. All right, I'm out. 250 loss on that one. That's okay. Still up 457 on the day. Waiting to see what happens at the MHP break on UVXY. We could be heading way down. Not a great time to take a long. That was a bad trade. Could see a bounce coming when we hit this down here at 24.550. 50 points down. Top wick forming on the UVXY. Nope. I'm going to see a big time fail under 48.50 before we go long again. Nope. See, it's just going to test it from above. This is not the long. It's confirming holding over 48.50. 48.66, 48.60. Okay, back to 48.50. I'm in the long in case it fails. Nope, it bounced. Bounced. Another $200 down. Ouch. All right, added. Looking for a bounce. Not looking great for the bounce. The ad is solid so far, but it's not looking awesome. Okay, nice top wicks. There we go. We are long. That's the bounce I wanted to see off the EMA at the 530s. There we go. 48.67 on the UVXY. I like seeing the rejection up there. 48.73. Not rejecting any further. Dang, that sucks. Still waiting for a bigger bounce on the NQ off of the EMA. It's a pretty solid EMA that you can't really see. It's really dark down there. Currently 200 in drawdown, 170 in drawdown, 300 in drawdown. Weak bounce so far. Kind of defending 659s on SPY. Hopefully we don't fail too far below. Still trying to dump. UVXY still pumping. Toppy wick. All right, I added 5 more. Yes. Good ad. Good ad. No, bad ad. Crazy candles on the VIX right now. Let's check oil. Oil's getting a bounce, but now it's getting a pullback. Both of these are very headline driven. There we go. Now we're green. Come on, come on, come on. Come on, come on. Here we go. Here we go. There it is. There it is. That's what I'm talking about. 300 in profit, 400 in profit. Taking some off. Woo! That was loud in my ear. Okay, that's why we add when we add and we take out when we take out. A couple of those were losses, but most of them were wins. Not all the way back up to 700 where we wanted to be. Stopped out on the rest, but that was not a bad loss. Only down about 50 bucks from the high. Woo! Okay, we took the bounce. We got out in time. This is the VIX still pumping. Still pumping. Not taking this long. Oil's still pumping. Something's happening in the world and it ain't good for the market. Iran confirms peace talks have not begun. Who do we believe? Who's the good guys? Are we the bad guys? It's really hard to know. EMA is holding. I'm long a baby, a little micro. Long on micro in case we, yep, that's what I wanted to see. Long again. See if we can get back up in the 700s on the profits. Oh no, I'm hearing that Iran has ghosted us. We're not going to have peace talks. They're not responding. That's going to be bad for the market. I still like the UVXY rejectee off the 49, but we are above 48.50. So this is a difficult long, very difficult. I'm still kind of trusting my EMA right here. That's the daily 8 EMA. I reckon we bounce again here. Oh no, we are losing the EMA. All right. I added 2. Above 49, oof, above the 49.11 on the UVXY. This is where a top wick. Yes, as I said it. Come on, long. Let's go. Let's go. 659 held on SPY. Uh-oh. 658.99. Okay, there it is. That's what I wanted to see. Saw a little baby green there. Immediately rejected from the entry. That's not a good sign. 49.26 on the UVXY. 659 on SPY. Will it hold? It did. Green, 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 green. Not a lot of green, but enough. Come on, NQ. Come on, NQ. We're starting to lose this EMA, which tells me I'm going to need to get out pretty soon. Out 1. Out 2. That's a bit of a break-even situation. Still long 1. There it is. Okay, getting a nice pop up. Stops at break even. Up 30. Oh, but getting a little rejection still. You need to see continuation to the downside on UVXY off of the prior day low rejection. What a nice entry. That is the long. Okay, up 27. Not getting continuation here. UVXY confirming over the prior day low. That's not good for the long. There we go. More rejection, UVXY. Behave yourself. SPY. Testing 659 again. I'm stopped out. Stopped out. Up 663. I'm prepared to go heavy here if we start to really fill in that wick. Holding 659 on SPY. Give me another bottom wick down there. Nope. 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 UVXY still flirting above the prior day low. We break into the prior day range, and we are going to be in for a world of hurt. VIX 25. We break above 25, and the market's going to be sad. Big sad. There's VIX at 24.99. Will we reject? 25.13 is the pivot. 25.05 on the VIX. I do not like it for the long just yet. I'm going to scale this down. I might enter with a single. Let's see. VIX 25.05. Looking for a 25.13 rejection and a bottom wick. There it is. I'm long. 25.13 at pivot on the VIX. I'll let it go all the way to 25.30 before I cut. Long one more. We're at 658.50 on SPY. 25.15 on the VIX. Slightly above pivot. We're in green. That's what I wanted to see. That's the bounce I wanted. All right, I'm out one. Stop at break even. Ish. Ugh. Now it's a break even. It's flying around. Flying around. Stopped out. That's pretty much a break even trade. Break even trade. 25.18 on the VIX. Not good. Above the pivot. If we reject below, I'll go long again, but that was a rough long. Nope. 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 49.50. Again, we love a 50 reject on the UVXY. We're a full dollar above MHP. Let's go over to SPY. Where's SPY's MHP? MHP 657.50. That is their line in the sand on SPYs. Let's get a 657.50. 657.50. There we go. Okay. Oh, I'm seeing a long start to develop here. I'm long too. Yeah, market's speeding up. I love that rejection on UVXY. Oh, and VIX back under the pivot. I'm long two more. Yes. Yes. SPY, start to cooperate. Yep. Yep. We're green. Oh, back to red. 24,505. The current level. That's our entry. Hey-oh, we're green. We're big green. Taking some out. Taking off half. That was a good exit. Still think we could pop higher. 25.13 on the VIX. Oh, UVXY is telling me no, sir. I look to exit these last two with a little bit of profit if I can. Crazy candles on UVXY. Check that out. Oh, we are on the 1 minute. Let's go over the 2 minute. Hanging man deforming. That counts on UVXY too. They count on every index, every instrument. A hanging man is a hanging man or woman. Hanging people. Hanging folk. Okay, stop at break even. Back in the 700s. That was an excellent entry. CBC flipped. Come on now. If that CBC sticks from the 500s, we could go back up to the 600s. Let's find out. At least 530s. Let's find out. We do have a double EMA stack above us here on the 2 minute, which tells me that I might need to exit quickly. So I'm going to move my stop up in case we see a swift rejection off those double EMAs. That's double stuff. And we're stopped out. It's almost like I called it. VIX 25.21 above pivot. Need to get back under there if you want me to go long again. You got to really work with me here. All right, I'm long too. Instant rejection. All right, gotta share my P&L over here. We're gonna go plus $369. Boom. Uh-oh. Long is not working out. 658 holding on SPY. Do want to see a little more bouncage here if I'm really going to be committed to this long. 49.28 UVXY. Losing the 500s. Not great. Not great. All right, I'm long two more. Let's see if we can hold on to 500. Cost basis at 506.44. I bet we get a 500 bounce. There it is. 500 bounce. Up 48. Let's take some off in just a second. There it is. Took two off at 50. One more off. Ooh, it moved fast. That's a fast scalp. Very fast. Very fast. Hot dog. Nice exits. Back at 790 cents. $700.90. This is a very scalpy day. I do see what could be a little bit of a bottom forming here, but remember I told you about these EMAs. They're going to block us above. They're like a cap. All right, UVXY, 49.30s. VIX at 25.19, above pivot. Get a nice looking rejection, though, and I will take her up. All right, I longed it. I see good bottoming here. This is a bottom sequence. Yep. Yeah. Oh, rejecting the EMA stack. Longed it again. Oh my. UVXY is pumping. Longed it again. Wow. All right, that's some news. Longed it again. Down about 300 on this trade. 200s. 100s. Still think we get a bounce here. There it is. There's that 50 rejection on the UVXY. We're going up. Yes. Two more. Come on now. Bounce it. Bounce it for me one time. 150s. 130s. Oh, down to the 300s. Down to the 400s. We are ripping around here. Ripping and roaring. Which direction does it rip to? I still think upside. Green. Oh, down 100. Whipping around here with 10. Pretty big size here. Pretty big size that I've laid into here at the bottom. I want it to bounce up, up, up. Down 200. There it is. Come on, let's go green. Let's go green on the bounce. Top wick off of 50 on the UVXY. It's testing it again, though. This could be catastrophic. Okay, new minutes, new candles. Oh, and it was a dumper. Not fun. Okay, get on bottom wick. There we go. There we go. It was an entry. I was already in. A little bit red. VIX, kind of rejecty. Let's see if it continues. Not continuing. Finding new lows. UVXY above 50. Danger, Will Robinson. Danger. Added 2. There's the 50 reject. Now we go up. Come on now. Let's go up. Let's go up. I said up, not down. Up. Let's go up. I'm long. I want to go up, up, up. We're at MHP on SPY, which means if we break here, it's going to die. What's it going to do? What's it going to do? I'm long from MHP. UVXY is pumping in a very unpleasing way. That's what it would take to break through MHP on SPY. Oh gosh, we're longing. We're longing. Long 20. Oh boy. Pumping on VIX. Pumping on VIX. Down 1,200. Ouch. 1,400. Waiting for a bounce to exit off of. Okay, 700. 600s. 400s. 3s. 2s. That's a bounce. Come on now. Now we're only down 500. MHP breaking on SPY. Not great. Why is Matt not talking about that? Dang it. Back down 1,200. VIX is flying. Okay. Good bouncing so far. 1,500 down. It's a lot of drawdown. It's a pretty big position. 1,600. 1,700. Added 7 more. Added 3 more. VIX at 26. Very weird price action here. Dang, down 2K, 1,700. $1,800, 2K, 1,700. Bounce does not seem to be manifesting here. Not seeing any signs of stopping on the VIX. Tough times. Damn. Down 2,300, 1,900. Okay, decent bounce forming. Down 1,100. Wow. Blown. Damn. That sucks. Over to Top Step we go. See if you guys can see this. Nope. So that was a blown eval. Over to Top Step. Try and pass an eval. Yep, wicked out there. Oh, big hesitation here. Oh, I'm on NQ. Oh, not great.
Order filled. Order
Not
filled.
great.
Order filled.
Those were big
Order
doggers.
filled.
Big doggers here.
Order filled.
All right, that was a $300 profit. That's good. I would rather have had that on MNQ. A little less stress. Okay, we are 150-ish from passing here.
Order filled.
Right here, 656 being held on SPY. Long 10 micros. Squawking. Unsquawking stuff.
Order filled. Order filled.
All right, we're pushing up. That was the bounce that I wanted on that rapid.
Order filled.
2. Let's see what these assholes are doing.
Trump's coming in live soon. Yeah, what he's gonna say now, right? I hate days like this because even though like I had that same feel.
Took one more off. 43.
Order filled.
Don't love the hesitations that I'm seeing on Top Step X.
Where do we pull from to plot these lines and zones? We created the data feed, Michael. We built it ourselves. So we have licenses with every major exchange that send us the raw data, for options data
Order filled.
to equities data and
Order
futures data. We get all that stuff compiled and we
$70 away.
do all the algorithms done on our own servers.
Order filled.
Whoa, lots of action happening here. It's getting spicy on this spot. There it is. That's as soon as it exits me, I will have passed.
Order filled. Order filled. Order filled.
There it is.
Love 'em.
Passed with $6 to spare. That's one pass.
Beep boop. We never
All right,
talked to
we got
Trump.
600 to go on this one.
Order
You
filled.
held that short, man. You got more balls than I do.
On the VIXs. On 5. This is the bounce spot. Yes. Yes.
Order filled.
Took out 2 in profit. Took out a third.
Order
in profit.
filled.
Stop at break even. Took out one more in profit. We're up at 950 on the day. Oh, I do not love that hesitation.
Order filled. Order filled.
Okay, stopped out. CBC's flipping on the NQ. We're over 400 now. VIX bouncing off of 26, however. And, all right,
Order
one long,
filled.
1-5. Out 2 in profits. Ooh, delay though.
Order filled.
Can this bounce and rally? Probably so. But I think that, looking at all the data, Nasdaq is the one that's starting to look a little questionable, which is kind of nice for downside move. Nasdaq's pulling below resilience. We lost Google, so that's one of the bigger drops. And even here with negative ARB and ARB slipping, sorry, positive ARB but pulling back, it means that Google crossed half cap. And I think that's the one stock that did it. Yeah, it's still Google.
Still like that VIX 26 rejection.
Order filled.
Pulling back, but still on the bull side. Man, I feel it. I feel it. I feel like we're here today. And cinema grab. I kind of want to get it on this with something. MHP rejection here. PD ratio starting to drop a little. Green. I'll do the same short as I did earlier. Let's get up to it.
VIX 26-ish rejection. 2642. UVXY pushing.
Order filled.
I don't know. Maybe I should just not. I mean, I can do from there to there.
Thinking about that eval, I feel.
I don't know.
Should probably
I don't know.
Order filled.
bounces in yet.
Order
Takes them off,
filled.
takes them off. Very good, very good.
Order filled.
Stops are in profits. Very good, very good.
Order filled.
Takes them
Order
off,
filled.
stopped out. 9-7. 5:30 to go. Whoa, whoa. Pretty rejecty up here, down here. Don't love it off these 400s. Easily see us go and retest at 360s again. That's where I like it going.
I'm
Order
trying to catch
filled.
up on reading news and stuff, what's going on in the world.
There it is.
Yes, coming right up. Oh yeah, that's correct. One more. You guys are right. We got a Lucid to come up. Lucid it is.
Good entry. At the bottom there.
Go ahead and type in Lucid in chat. We've got an awesome... been one of y'all's favorites as of lately. Brand new 40% off. Any eval, limit 5 per trader, code Rocket Scooter. That's going on. You guys are a big fan. I've never traded with Lucid, but you guys are big fans of them, so...
Rejection on VIX. Still need UVXY under 30. VIX futures are still pumping. Do not love that. Putting a bounce on the market so far. Let's see if we can reclaim MHP on fire, or if this is just an MHP rejection. In fact, I'm gonna move my stop way up because of that fact. Looking good, looking good. Could reject here though. 657.50. We're at 657. We're doing an SR test here. Okay, here we go. 657.
Same one from earlier.
Order filled.
Taking it at 657. Okay. We only got $465 to go. 465.
Or nah.
Above 50 on UVXY, which is why I'm not holding it much longer.
Eh.
26 rejection. Test on UVXY. If we break below, I'll go long again to chase.
Order filled.
Under 50.
Nah. Yeah, protect the gates. These market conditions probably the most important.
Let's do a quick
Most important thing you can do.
This might be the time that we bail out just because the thing's not working. We are
Ain't wrong.
frozen. Hmm. 24, 51, 75.
Yes, MHP short. If anything, that is the one play there is.
Okay, 446.
That I have. Oh no, I hate shorting into a low though to bet on continuation. Yeah. Maybe not. War's still going on, yeah? Boy, I'm going to tell you, with the volatility that's here, it's not that I'm going to get the direction wrong.
Order filled.
I know it's probably going to come down. It's being in a position and having something else happen. Having another candle like that. It's you know what I mean? Way too risky.
Asleep right now.
Do I think it's gonna fall? Like, I still have a feeling that any moment Trump or somebody's gonna say something again and give me a better. I think from here, if I get a green candle, like I get some random green candle that goes up here, I'll short it back down. But like just into a trend, you know me, I hate shorting into lows. I like taking the play from a better spot. You know what I'm saying? That makes sense, right? So much volatile and so much shit that happens, it can just be like,
But the fact that it's frozen,
you know, any possible move I could counter.
44, 45.
All right, type something in chat, guys. Don't forget to hit the like button. Do me a favor, hit that like button really quick.
Okay, we're at 449.
Next trims on these, I trash shorts 21%. Down to half a position here. Setting stops so this trade does not run.
45. 46s. 49. We're at 50 on UVXY. There's 51, 52, 64.
Order
I'll take it
filled.
there. That was a
4,
that was a good exit.
3.
That Top Step did not follow the price action, so it kind of stopped me at even. We're not at 451.75, guys. I cannot trade this. This is untradeable.
Sounds like Adventure Wancho Man. Wancho Man. Wancho Man, Randy Savage. Come on up. Type something in chat, buddy. You're the final winner today.
Let me see if I can restart. Okay, let's see if it's working now. Top Step X. Frozen at 451. Sucks. Try it in another browser. Let me log out and then log back in. Let's log out. Okay, gonna move this. It's frozen at 451 again. Still frozen at 451. All right, so the other browser's not working. That sucks. Can't use Top Step. Top Step is down. Oh, wow. All my favorites got shifted, but looks like we're moving again. Moving again. Moving again. NQ. Where is my NQM? There it is. M and Q. We're back. Stuck at 450. Actually, it wasn't 450. That's silly. That's silly. Hopefully they reconcile those wins. I closed at 60s, not at 50. That was 6 contracts. Okay, back to the market after some silliness on Top Step. Bouncing off of 50. This is a good time for me to go take a bathroom break. We're rejecting MHP on SPY. This looks like a fat short.
Go pull up the line chart of SPX and you'll see a harmonic virtually almost every reversal.
Shockingly enough, we rejected T1 by 2 cents to the upside and TE1 downside by 3 cents. And now we're boxed again on VIX.
Careful though, looks like a bear flag. So
Yeah.
or I need a bull flag, so it may pop up.
Right, me too. So if it breaks 26.42, short more. If it goes back to 25.13, which is
Oh, but wait. We're back. We're back. We're above 50, but we're putting in a top wick on the UVXY.
running higher. So yeah, start of this down move.
Would consider longing again here, but again, we're under MHP on SPY. Not awesome. Like the top wicks, though. Like the rejection on VIX. If SPY gets a big jump up above MHP, I will chase this to the top side. Nope.
Yeah, that's almost $5 per share.
Okay.
Order filled.
I'm long one.
Leverage micron. And
Loving the top wick on the UVXY chart.
Stopped my entry. Can't go red.
VIX staying under 26. This is a good sign. MHP rejected on SPY. Not a good sign.
Order filled.
Okay, there's the top wick I wanted to see on UVXY for my
Order filled.
long 3 off of the EMA. 50, 49, 50, 50. There we go. There we go.
Although, if MUU loses 390 area, what you got? Long?
MHP loss on SPY pushing us hard down.
Looking for 390 next, which is why I'm scaling on this bounce. And then under low day at 390 exactly.
Order filled.
Okay, long 4. Chasing price down. Not great. Not great. Need to see a rejection here on UVXY or this is toast.
And then 350.
There's the rejection I wanted to see.
J-Lock over here with his with their 23% gain on that puts they swung.
Okay, 400s are bouncy so far.
This account's wild, man.
My position's at 420. Giggity.
Y'all seen this person, J-Lock?
656 on SPY holding so far.
Gets bailed out every Monday.
There we go. That's what I wanted to see. That seems like a VIX rejection. No, faded. Faded hard. Down to 400. Oof. I'm going to go ahead and just put a stop down here. It's called knife insurance. If we knife all the way down, I would hate to lose my account just on some bullshit. Because this is an MHP rejection on SPY. This is not a bullish scenario unless it reclaims 650, 750. Love seeing the rejections on the VIX complex. Tick is pretty average right now, heading down. $656 on SPY. Will it hold? Volume going down, but it is lunch hour here.
For those buyers? Oh, yeah.
It's too great. How do you feel about an 80-point drawdown, sir?
An 80-point drawdown?
That's, I mean, you start losing that area right there. It's about an 80-point drawdown, I'm sure of it.
Oh, yeah.
Rejecting again off my EMA. Not great. Okay, I like that bottom action. Let's go. Nope. That UVXY needs to reject up here. It is not. It's putting in highs. We don't love that for the long. Risking 300, 400-ish. There we go. That's the rejection on the VIX.
Yeah, I mean, if you're not trading over like
Tick is trying.
AUM, like, yeah, you'd be a fool. But I see institutions like
No, does not want to go up.
layer into positions.
You guys see my this is one we can make a little bit bigger.
Which is kind of crazy.
So you can see my posizione.
I would love to go be a fly on the wall in their risk management area.
There it goes, going down, going down.
That was often
Oh, with a bounce though.
these trades come through and you don't know.
Is that just a reflexive bounce or is this the real bounce?
You look at them, you're like, man, what the hell made them buy or sell there?
It's equal highs on the UVXY. Double toppy. I like it. VIX top wick. So far so good. Put in a red candle. Nope. On the UVXY, and then we are very happy.
It's just random times.
That candle goes red over here on UVXY. That's what we're watching for.
See anything that would indicate a buy or sell, and then all of a sudden something hits the tape, and you're like,
there it is. It went red. Long 4 from 24,420. We're at 400s.
Bro, I'm just listening to the Iranian
That top wick I don't love.
This shit is funny as hell, man.
Are they tearing us up?
Yeah, Trump was just humiliated, are the new words. Back down because he's scared. Due to fear of
Oh gosh, I'm hearing a lot of rhetoric coming from Iran talking about Trump. This is the taco versus tallow. Taco versus tallow. Trump always chickens out, or Trump always lashes out. Are we going to have an escalation now because they're embarrassing Trump? This is an emotional motherfucker in charge, and this is bad. This is not good for business. Sensitive motherfucker. Nice red on the UVXY. Yes, yes. We got to get over the EMAs, though. What's going to happen? Sitting at 400. Getting ready to take some off if we pop up again. 656 holding on the SPY. Nope.
Order filled.
Took off 2. UVXY bouncing. Dang.
Order
All
filled.
Right, I added my 2 back a little lower. Craziness on the UVXY.
Order
I'm
filled.
adding some more here.
let's see if you're looking for how many more points, Milton?
on the downside or upside?
He's saying
Another, at least another 10.
10.
Down?
Yeah.
Down, yeah. 66, 26, yes. Yep.
Oof. Big top wick there here at the bottom. You don't love seeing that.
Order filled.
Added a couple more there. See if we can fill that top wick. UVXY at 51. If it breaks above, that's bad for the long. Long 8 micros. Tough times here at the bottom.
Yeah, at least three to 4.
On the VWAP though. VWAP of NQ. VIX. Boom. Boom. There we go. Come on. Send it all the way up. Send it up. VIX collapse. Yes. Come on. Send it up. Pay me. Let's go. Let's go.
My pinned tweet from 2022, January 2022, exact same.
Come on. Give me some profit. Give me some profit.
So it's about the exact same date.
Still red.
January
Baby
2026.
reds.
End of January 2026 is when I started.
That
taking
EMA up
short
there is going to
orders.
fight us. So UVXY rejected, but then bounced. But the market gave a big old monkey bounce. Yes, come on. Give it to me. No, it rejected the EMA.
Steady increase from there. 2022 got me pretty good.
22 is like one of my best day
EMA
trading
is
years
at
up
our
until that
entry,
point,
which
but
means
I
it's
made
very
money
easy for us to
buyers
reject our
from
entry here.
not really day trading, just going long and mostly swing trading and investing. But from day trading,
Whoa, big
2020
drops,
when I
big
shot
drops.
Order filled.
22 actually made a lot of money. Not a lot, but I was finally consistent.
Uh-oh, are we frozen again?
Became way more well versed in VIX and volatility.
Okay, there goes VIX.
Order filled.
T1 upside. You're still those ES shorts move them up below a day.
Oh, AJ was short this whole time? Boo. All right, putting my stop just below the end of this wick.
26 on ES, and we lose this, and it's going to be very beautiful. When I'm looking at your chart and it says midterm sellers offside above, is that off the midterm?
654s on SPY.
No. Okay.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Institutional positioning.
That's a nice bounce. Nice bounce. Nice rejection on VIX. It's a 51 test on UVXY. Not great.
So this is where I was talking that
Would love for it to lose 51.
right here, and they just did for the tick.
Market's trying to bounce.
We had a new institution come in there, absorb, I don't know, about 1,000 lots right there. So there's a hidden buyer sitting there that you can't see.
Here we go. Here we go. Oh, man. Still rejecting off our entry. That hurts. Oh, boy. We're talking about recessions. The market hates that.
Yes, sir.
That don't really surprise me now.
Not at all.
Good volume coming in, but it's seller volume. That is not good for the long.
Yeah, he rejected the 10-minute clouds, and then with Q's making a new low, I decided I could take the rest of my MUU off while it's still in profit.
Down 600.
Break even anyway.
Nice trade. Q's about to make a new low today, breaking even. The upside trigger 586.89. Lose that. Full retrace will be 580.49.
Hearing that we are on the edge of catastrophe on the market. I choose to long at the edge.
Fast from buying the dip to shorting bonds.
UVXY pumping 51.20. Oh, a rejection.
Or you can't take half a day break on this shit. This is
Order filled.
I mean, I'm fortunate.
51.35, a level I have on the UVXY. No, we're still breaking down.
66
Order filled.
short on 0 day, but I never took it. Now I'm just kind of sitting on my hands and watching.
51.25 on the UVXY.
My favorite.
Down 800, 700, 600, 500s. That's what we like. That's a pretty good bounce so far. I'm glad I added down there. Risking 1,100 of the profits. I'm gonna start
Order
scaling
filled.
up. There it is. There
Order
it is. There it
filled.
is. There it is. There it is.
Order
there it is,
filled.
There it is.
Order filled.
In profits.
Order filled.
Took some L's there, but that's okay. Look at that wick. Dang. Whew. Okay, decent stop out there. About a $500 loss on that one. Good bounce. Nope. Nope, it's failing hard. I'm gonna bring my Discord back up and then switch over here to we are dying over here. Glad I exited when I did.
last year I had like 32 days.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Accounts that you might be picking up. Let's go.
Wow,
And as
look at that
always,
jump
use
all the
code
way to
YouTube on
300s.
if you wanted just to get the standard discount.
Order filled.
Look at this thing dump. Husk is getting paid.
Another 100-point trade in the books.
Husk
Dude,
is getting
201
paid.
point trades in one stream, guys.
That's 100 points
Can't do it
down
any better.
from up there.
Nice job. TP smashed. I like it. Now, guys, remember we got the previous day closed down here at
Order
217.
filled.
You guys know what I like down there. Like a little bounce for a long. So
Liking this entry.
but that's going to do it for Husk and I today, guys. We'll be back tomorrow. Same time, same place. We do appreciate you guys watching. Get your glasses on. Get ready for Matt.
In case we fall
We'll see you next
further,
time.
but I think that
Thank you,
might be
guys.
A good bounce spot.
Electric veins in the night. Feel the pulse, feel the vibe.
Order filled.
Welcome, rocket scooter. Burning trail
DXY at almost 52.
What's up, everybody? How's it going? Welcome to the show. I'm your host, Matt, on Lunch Money with Matt Hour here at MyFunded TV. Welcome, guys. I just now dangerously bought this dip here. I don't know. It's probably a terrible idea, but I feel like I wanted to fade this whole thing. What's going on today with Trump? Trump was saying something along the lines of, you know, I met with Iran. We're talking to them about all this, ending the war or whatever. And then they were like, no, we didn't. Remember, we had that same sort of rhetoric that happened with the trade war and stuff where he's like, yeah, I worked it out with China. We're talking. They're like, no, we're not. So obviously the obvious trade is to fade it all the way out. I came into the day with some profit. I've kind of like given it back, trying to take some trades here. Not the smartest bet to take, but what I'm looking for right now is I'm watching NVIDIA at a liquidity pocket. Actually, all of our data turned out to be slightly okay,
Nice bottom
even with this
correction.
big bump, and maybe it's just the catalyst to kick things forward. I'm not bullish this market, but the data is surprisingly bullish. I don't know. For whatever it's worth, it's weirdly bullish despite everything that's happening. So I don't really know. I kind of just wanted to maybe take a stab at this. This is the red line at 319. Obviously, the really strong resistance target on that bounce point. So let me, I'm just playing it really quick. So I'll chat with you guys in a minute.
Yes.
Let me focus on this. Let me show you how I come up with that calculation.
Order filled. More at 150. Woof, just like that.
All right,
We're
let's
back.
kind of put that cost basis a little lower there.
All right, love it. Nice bounce so far.
Put that here, put that here.
That we held through that low.
Put that closer to
We are good to go. That $300
in here.
Gotta love that. As we hit
So essentially, it's something I do on a tick chart.
might get stopped out here.
All right. And what I do is I take a measurement from this. Actually, let me make sure I can. I'm talking to you guys. Hold on. Let me.
Yeah.
I measure from the base of the move to the first expansion of volatility, and you get the midpoint. That's a pivot. Then you mark it all the way to the peak of the move, and then that's your high. And both of those red lines become high volume pivots on the way down. It's called impact lines and run link lines. We teach this trick, illiquidity pivots. It is a bounce point to maybe take a play off of if one is bullish. And now we did close higher into expiration on Friday, and then we dipped down and then kind of like essentially got back on path to where we were on Friday. Do I think this market's bullish? I don't want to think that it's bullish, but we came out with some really interesting bull data this morning. Everything gapped up and everything's holding tight. NVIDIA is holding a really tight liquidity pocket as well, which I was like, yeah, F it. Let me jump in on it and see. Now, it may not reverse. I don't think it will, but it's a good attempt to make a play. I don't know. Where would I trade it to? Well, on the monthly map side of things, I do have a target.
Flip over there, but I don't.
Remember, I'm like a moment away from closing this.
Okay.
Tomorrow, if we get above 435 tomorrow, we could pocket into this liquid. Sorry, bottom into this liquidity pocket, and maybe have another update or so just to retrace to this 800 level before it continues to sell. I think we may not be on a straight downward path to keep falling, but I did tell myself I did want to fade this and sell this off. It's very possible that this just rallies too for the day. I've just been waiting to make a good entry. I'm not bullish this market, guys. Y'all know I've been talking about how bearish I've been, but I'll take a bull opportunity if I can find one. S&P did fall into liquidity pocket as well, which also is a place to hold. Now, take note that we did open above MHP. Now we're closing below it. It's the rarer thing to break through and keep falling. It's going to try its hardest to recover back into this area here by close. And so I figured, like, why the heck not? Why don't I just take a bet
Up almost 1,000.
and maybe take a stab at it.
Woo!
And we'll see. It is the right place to make a bet from, so we'll see what happens.
Good trade, y'all. Good trade.
I put 14 on it, which is a medium to medium size position. It's not that small of a position for this account size here. And you guys remember, I did withdraw pretty much everything to leave 200K in the account for the million challenge that I'm doing, just to de-risk a little bit. And there we go. Now we're taking off. $22,000 profit. Let me lock in just a little bit of this. I just want to hit it medium hard, just in case. Drop it back down to maybe 4 and let it ride. All right. Well, I'm so tired. I was busy. I was really busy last night, up most of the night. Those red lines, bro, so money. So money, yeah.
Can you guys see that?
Okay.
The right side.
So I got a runner 4. I'll let it ride just to see what happens. Off this pocket. I don't want to put too much risk on the table because you know, Trump's saying that he talked to them and they're like, no, we didn't talk to him. This is something he does. It's part of his, I don't know, bullying techniques. He just basically makes stuff up. Maybe he's the manifesting it. I don't know. But he certainly is, you know, saying one thing and not doing it. And there's kind of this Wall Street is kind of used to not. Oops. Wall Street's used to not trying to fade when Trump does stuff like this. I've learned over the years trading is that when he says he's going to do something, or he says something happens and the market goes 5% or 3% or whatever, it usually doesn't fade that day. In any general sense, I keep telling myself I want to fade this because it's bear market, right? It's bear conditions. Everything's bad. And while it did sell off, I am looking at the data. While it's selling, nothing is looking bad. All the stocks still look good from here. And it's weird because we got a 200-point rip in NASDAQ on Friday in expiration. And all we did was gap down and then overshoot and then return to be slightly above where we closed on Friday. It could be a bull baseline for maybe 1 or 2 days up before we eventually continue to sell. We don't just fall straight down in the market. You know, the market kind of moves in waves. And this could be one of those days where it does trade higher into close rather than lower. Although every bone in my body wants to keep selling every pop. It's just hard to in the moment like this because Trump is very his word is very rarely faded that same day. So it might be like today and then tonight we pop and then sell off in Europe or maybe in Asia. But I'm willing to buy this dip here. I think when I tuned in, I heard Methodical say he was going to buy like at this 350 level or whatever. So hopefully grab the trade too because this is playing out pretty well.
Okay.
I've made 12K on it so far. We'll see what happens if it keeps going. My bet is that as we're selling, our DD ratio didn't fall below half, so it's still bullish enough. And while resilience is negative on NASDAQ, it's not negative on S&P, so it is trying to support half cap. If anything, you know, as it sort of like hangs in here, maybe one, you know, something in here. I'll stop on this side if I lose that. But this is very strong, at least from here to here for a scalp. That's kind of what I'm playing, and I'm proxy trading it through NASDAQ, which will put us right back to this area, 460, which is about 80 points from here. So 4 contract is enough to make this, you know, another 8,000 from here. It's not going to kill me. It's not going to break me if I'm wrong. It's not going to make me if I'm right, but it's a decent play. I scooped out of the hole with the 14 that I had, and then I close everything, or 16. I close everything down to 4, right here at the little peak here. So maybe hold the runner, see how the day plays out. Do I think we're gonna short or sell off? I do. The only question is from when and where. Can we retrace half this distance here and hold, and then finish the day higher? Probably not. But through here, maybe a trade inside of this little green box is still possible. I don't know. We shall see. You guys know I'm taking 100K to 1 million real money trades. This is a real account. I made it close to 600,000, withdrew everything but 2, and now I'm going from 2. I'm almost up at 3 since last Thursday. So Thursday on the stream, I had 200,000 after the withdrawal, and now I'm up to 3. So I made 100K in the last three sessions, which is pretty aggressive, actually. But it's just been one of those markets where we've had movement, so there's really not much. You know, it's moving a lot. So we'll see. The appropriate thing to do, though, is to not trust that things are resolving as quickly as you think they would be with Trump saying what he's saying about Iran. But usually when he says something like that, they're close, right? It doesn't mean like they're close to working something out. They're like, we didn't talk to him or whatever. Maybe he's just saying that to bait them into talking. Who knows what the answer is? But I've always known history and the way Wall Street's reacted to this kind of stuff is they don't usually sell it. They usually take a bet that he's hinting at something, and usually Wall Street follows through with it. So do we get the big sell-off? Yeah, but probably maybe Tuesday or Wednesday. It is a light news week, so we don't have a lot to shake this up this week. Just the war news, right? Wednesday are the S&P global numbers. That's it. And then Friday's Michigan numbers. So really
Order
no
filled.
AAA news coming out that's going to really shake the market.
Backpack.
What the heck is going on here? Oh, my mic is... Let me fix this really quick.
5. That was a really nice rejection on the
Take
UVX.
this thing right here.
Fix at 26 though. I don't love that. I'd like to see it under 26. And then
Get in there. There we go.
Before I backpack it.
Now it's more like it. There we go.
Nope, no backpack today.
So we'll see. I don't know.
Just long one runner here.
Any kind of move like this can strictly like, you know, can wipe somebody's account overnight. I mean, it's just a lot that happens. Everybody that was shorting this morning, oh my God, right? Who would have thought that could happen? It was a kind of funny story was I went to bed and I was up late because I'm building this new website thing. And you guys know that the prop scoring website, which the beta starts officially tomorrow. If you're a Rocket Scooter member, we'll give you info in our Discord how to join that. It's going to list and score all the prop firms. Just in case you didn't know or were suspicious, MyFundedFutures is in the top 3 in every single category, which is crazy. But how would you not? How can you not believe? How can you doubt that? I mean, it's one of the best firms out there, and over the overall ranking came in at fast second place of every firm, and really tight between 1, 2, and 3. They're all up there. Anyways, MyFunded, solid, and I'm so glad to see it. Right. I mean, we're here for a reason. It's and some of the ones that, you know, you hear on socials and stuff that people say these are good, that's good. Well, you'll get to see what the actual stats are. The actual data will be presented. Anyways, that comes out for beta tomorrow. So I'm excited. So I was up really late. And this morning I went to bed finally. You know, I was up all throughout the night, waking up, you know, essentially addressing issues, right? When you're programming an issue with something, it's an assignment. And, you know, approve this, approve that, go back to sleep, wake up, approve this, approve that, go back to sleep. And then it's like, I don't know, maybe like 6 in the morning, my time, 6 something. And I'm sitting there and my phone starts bzzz, like going off. And I'm like, what's going on? I look at Thinkorswim. Thinkorswim had an alert that I broke 24,600. And I don't even remember setting an alert for 24,600. It must have still been there from like last week at some point. Maybe when I was shorting overnight or something. Maybe it's 24,700. Yeah, I think it was 700. I think I set the alarm this day when I put in a short just to set the alarm. And then I'm like, when did I set an alarm? And I looked through and I was like, wait a minute.
Long legs, though. Long legs.
That must be some old alarm I had sitting there. And then I opened my phone. I was like, whoa, what's going on? So this can just happen out of nowhere. And this is the environment we're in. Unfortunately, this is going to make it hard for you guys as traders to really make it in this environment. And it's just the nature of the beast. You have to be very careful because at any moment's time, I mean, this happens. Remember, I lost 200K off of a candle like that. Going to get flowers, like leaving my computer for a hot minute, you know?
Order filled.
No matter how good or bad you are, I've learned in trading Trumps. Remember, I've been trading for 16 years, and 5 of them have been through Trump. And this is going on year 6. And it's just always like this. You have to always be aware because and sometimes he's quiet, but sometimes he's not. And when he's not, he's loud. And when he's loud, the market moves. And it is just crazy. Yeah, so that alarm kicked me out of bed and I was like, what's going on? So I've been up ever since. I'm on like 2 hours of sleep for
Order filled.
For what it's worth. As soon as this session is over, I'm going to take a nap.
Order filled.
But we'll see what happens. I'm not.
Love how that candle came right.
See
what happens. Long another backpack.
I'm not married to the bull side, but this could roll up slowly for the rest of the day. I think even just retracing 500 seems about right. And that's pretty decent run from here.
Stopped out on the runner over here.
I kind of want to add 2 more contracts to that though, since we've retraced and held the middle.
Order filled.
Let's see what happens. 1 more leg up. I don't know. And again, a red candle could just come out of nowhere and flush it out. So the targets that I have, and again, this is just my impact and run length red line technique that I use. It's finding where order imbalances are. And actually, this one is at the wrong spot. This one starts from here.
Order filled.
Finding where order imbalances are and just finding the rebalance point. It's easy to do this. I teach a whole boot camp on this. It may resemble what you guys normally do for marking charts for Fibonacci's, but it's not a Fibonacci. It's a whole different technique. It just uses the same tool, but it's essentially marking an equilibrium point. the key is identifying where to mark from. And that gives me the pivot. So if I go to 469, that'd be cool. That'd be fine. And again, if it just rallies from here, then I'm happy. I made 24,000 today, which is good. So far, I walked in today with 22,000. So I gave back a little trying to make a trade. I lost maybe 10 of that, and then I've made it back and then some. So I'm just kind of playing with what I walked in today with.
Under 50 and it's party time. Backpack.
And that's it. The next boot camp is going to start probably in April. I wanted to do end of March, but I'm going to give myself a little more time.
Order filled.
Because all my focus, my energy every day is on this website. I think you guys will really appreciate the tool. It is a free service. So if you're asking like how much does it cost or whatever, it's free. It's my gift to the trading community. So you don't have to pay anything for it. All you do is you go in, you can compare prop firm A and prop firm B. You can go in there and if a prop firm has a sale, you can see how does it affect the score. If some firms will have a sale, the score gets better, right? Sometimes they'll change the plans and the score firm gets worse. And you can just basically see the math of that updating in real time. It's be really fun. But, you know, I'm not surprised MyFundedFutures at the top. Every single part of the plans here are solid. Then that's kind of to be expected. You really get a lot of points to your score when you don't have consistency or DLL unfunded. That really helps. And quick path to payout, affordable plan, non-subjected payout rules. I mean, all that stuff factors in, and it's an algorithm that calculates it. So
okay, so that was a $200 loss there for a $200 backpack. It's an expensive.
Out of 10,
225, 250.
Order filled.
There.
Out of 10,
$100 loss.
MyFundedFutures is a 9.6 out of 10. Now, the scaling is as such to where there's always a 10. Like, we essentially rank them together to where the number one is always a 10. So, and it's an exponential curve so that the ones at the top get, like, stretched. You can see the difference. So, 9.6 out of 10. Literally, like, almost a perfect 10. Yes, sir. And the only thing that makes something not a 10 is that something else is a 10. There's always going to be a 10 and everything's scaled off of it. Is a curve, right? The curve is set off of the top and bottom, and everybody is sort of built in the middle. 8 is the middle.
Order filled.
8 to 10 is the best, and then 5 to 8 is the worst. And then it's exponentially curved so that like the top firms are really scattered between 8 and 10, and then the worst ones are crammed down below 8. And you'd be surprised to see who's not in the top 5, who's one of the loudest voices in the space, who's barely in the top 10.
Come on, come on, come on. There we go.
Order filled. Order filled.
And I always say, but anyways, the fun part about it is it's a mathematical thing. There's a lot of people always talking about when you guys go out there, you know, you guys are all here, so y'all are loyal to us and we love that. Anybody go out there, there's always some affiliate trying to sell you an idea about this firm is great, that firm is great. And how do you know, right? You might bite the bullet and go, hey, whatever, I'll try it because you said so. And then you jump in and that firm rug pulls or something. How would you know there was a risk there? Because they really don't. Like, there's no informational source for you. So, you know, somebody just selling you the idea that something's cool. Okay, but do you have any backing data? As a data guy, I want backing data. So that's why we made this free service. It doesn't cost you anything to try it out. So we'll let you guys know when that's launched, and that'll be something fun to do. But I always like to brag because obviously, you know, there's 5 different categories, and being in the top 3 in all 5 categories is near impossible. And MyFunded literally sits in the top, which is best in class. I mean, that's as good as it gets. And I'm not just saying that because I'm here. Oh, the opposite is true. I'm here because that's true. I definitely chose to be here rather than the other 3 shows that asked me to be on it. MyFunded's the best. I'd only be on the show the best.
Stops at break even.
Order filled.
Okay, that's great news. I like that engulfing look. I like it a lot. Oof, got a little.
But anyways, I'm excited to have something. You know me, I'm the data guy. Data always turns me on, baby. You know it. I'm hot for data.
Order filled.
So as long as I have data to support any purchasing decision that I ever make, that's good for me. It's good enough for me.
Man, we bounced off 50.
Did I start the what view?
Order filled.
2024 knowledge. I'm not sure
Order
you're talking
filled.
about.
On 2 backpacks here.
Order filled.
All right. Should I just hang on to this? What should I do?
Holding that EMA.
We're going to break back above this target area. 431 is a key resistance level for the bear market. The question is, now I'm just taking a gamble that we flip to the other side of it. It's going to
Order
really
filled.
fight here. If we're still
Order
bearish,
filled.
it's going to fight here.
Order rejected.
On 5.
Surprisingly, our ratio is still pretty bullish. With this ratio being greater than half, this is a long entry. As you see, there's support. And as long as we make it
Order
here,
filled.
we close above there. So that's kind of that's the risk I'm taking just for today. Now, I'm not bullish this market at all, but the risk for today is there's potential to support there. And of course, S&P above MHP makes all the sense in the world if we open above it, which I think we did. It's very possible we end up on the other side of that.
Rejections
My cost basis at 344, which is literally, it could be better.
Order
That's right here on
filled.
the edge.
Order filled.
Let's see what happened. Which MyFundedFutures prop account is best for copy trading? It's a really hard question to say. Now, let me tell you the pros and cons of copy trading, right?
filled.
There we go. Up 1,000.
Order
Copy
filled.
trading puts all your risks into one trade, right? So you need to have the most certainty
But I've got one
on your trade. So any account that's going to have trailing drawdown,
EMA. Great exit.
not the best for copy trading. That's really my guidelines for it. So you want something that's a rigid end of the day drawdown from start to finish. And depending on your trading style, if you like to scale in, right, it's like average into a trade, or you like to just scalp in and out, that'll make the difference between your choices here. You know, you got, personally,
Order
I like
filled.
the pro,
Order
that's just me
filled.
though. Gives me more flexibility, more room to move, more room to navigate.
Trump talking here.
Order
I'm more of
filled.
a hold through it rather than a quick in and out sort of trader. But to each their own. But the one rule of thumb is when you're copy trading, trailing drawdown is kind of like an enemy to
So far.
like volatility. Volatility is your enemy in that environment. So you could be right on the trade, but chop can get you out. So what I do with that trailing drawdowns is I don't copy trade them. I split them up. So like if one hits and it's still volatile, I add in another one, and it's still volatile, I add in another one. So I got 3 accounts long instead of all 3 accounts long at one spot. Markets like this, I long them at 3 different spots in case one of them busts and the other 2 win. You can kind of weed out the volatility, but in trailing
Order
drawdown
filled.
accounts, if you copy trade, you can lose them all very quickly just from the chop. So that's it. If the market closes below this low, I will consider below 431 on NASDAQ.
Order
It'll be
filled.
in bear territory for tomorrow. So if we don't make it above this 431,
Order
we're
filled.
kind of flirting with continual bear movement for tomorrow, which is like, while I'm sitting here trading, I've been wanting to watch this ratio go below half, but the stocks are actually hanging on, which is really
Order
weird.
filled.
Long 10 more.
Maybe Friday's expiration clued us into that. For whatever reason, I'm not bullish, but Wall Street seems to be. So, like I said, NVIDIA hit MHP in a liquidity pocket bottom. So that was all the reason for me to jump in on this, right? This is always a good support. And a lot of the other stocks are kind of sitting at the same spot. Apple's at half gap, you know. I saw some other ones that were there. AVGO at half gap, Google at MHP. So your stocks are finding their supports. But if they lose them, I mean, we just completely capsize. So
Okay, here we go. Looking green.
it being on the edge and me being fundamentally bearish, I'm not hitting this with like 50 contracts here.
Yes.
I'm taking a stab at something so that we
Order
maybe
filled.
close bull. And I think that maybe
Order
the next 3 or
filled.
4 days.
Those are kind of breaking.
Order filled.
And now that more I'm
Order
convincing
filled.
myself of this is that
Order filled.
expiration sort of hinted at the fact that this was going to happen. Whatever happened at the end of the day, we flew up about 250 points right at the end of the day on NQ. And then we gapped down and traded down and just sort of like came back to right where we were. Like if you were to delete everything, let me get a black marker here so I can show what I mean. If you were to
Order
delete
filled.
everything on the chart that happened, right? It doesn't really look like a lot has happened between now and then. We just sort of reset to where we were at expiration. So like, I ought to come through here and just actually can I draw with like rectangles and stuff?
Order filled.
Long 5 micros.
There's a
again.
rectangle. Can I like
in these bottom wicks here.
Can I not like fill that in with like a color or something? Oh well, whatever.
All right.
Let's get a fatter pencil. Okay, there we go. Like if I were to come through and just like etch all of this out and get rid of this and get rid of like this, right? It doesn't really look too abnormal if you were to put this here. Like we just sold off an expiration and now we retraced a little bit of that distance. And now we're kind of sitting about at that same trajectory that this is trying to move up maybe a day or two, and then maybe it sells off again this week. I don't know. As much as I want to be bearish, as I always have been since, I don't know, last month or so. Right?
Order filled.
This is just the middle of that entire day. And it's kind of like, okay, we're sort of like, after that volatility, we're sort of like chilling at that middle spot.
Order filled.
And are people comfortably buying the stocks here? Maybe covering shorts, maybe post-expiration covering. I don't know. But this could maybe turn into like a day or two that goes this way before it turns down. I don't know.
But it sold immediately.
It certainly feels not as bearish today. And then I'm not just saying that because I'm choosing a bias because of the big ramp up. It's not the ramp up. That ramp up has already been priced out. We're sort of just back to where we were. Like Friday's trajectory.
Order filled.
So, you know, we're not far from where Friday was aiming at. So the question just becomes, how terribly bearish is this? Am I bearish for the year? 100%. Like, I think we're still trading down. The question is just from where. And I never like try to just be so aggressive. Like I've been so aggressive bearish until yesterday. And then today I've been sort of like relaxed on that a little bit. The data is not showing any sort of strong bearish tendencies. We're holding some really key pivots in some of these bigger stocks. I don't know. But when you don't know, just
order filled.
You know, trade small, wait for your pivots.
Order filled.
But if you ask me, this market's gonna continue selling for the next quarter. We just know that bear markets don't just fall straight down. You know, they move and they wiggle and wobble.
20 micros here from the bottom. Let's see if we get a good bounce. Let's go. Here we go.
My stop is on the other side of liquidity pocket. Down here.
Bullish ones.
So the bet is like, this is that kind of red line thing that I was drawing from earlier. That is the bet that we hold there, and then if it keeps going, it keeps going.
This is the news.
Rejecting off 51.
It's usually a common play to, when you have a big pop like that and just retrace that distance, it's usually a common play to,
order filled.
if you support is a good long for a continuation.
Order filled.
Pan out if it did.
Oh, but look at that.
Actually building up some momentum here.
Stops break even.
But I'll close this in a moment's notice if we drop down through here.
Let's see if it drops.
And both of these would
order.
Are you aware that Trump is currently speaking? I am, but there's nothing else he can say that he hasn't already
for
said.
this 38 is the primary target for the 618.
I think his ability to create further momentum when nothing has changed between this morning and now is pretty much insignificant. Very good chance of a deal with Iran. We'll give it 5 days. We didn't make any deal on anything. World will become much safer soon. Iran has one more chance to end threats to America. Iran bragged to me about having nuclear weapons material, which made me anxious. That's what he said. And but I don't think he can say anything now that's going to be different than what's already been said.
I do like that the low of day was right off of the upper variance.
So we'll see.
I haven't looked at the shorter dated.
Yeah, like every part of me wants to stay short this market. Exception to today, it's proven to me that maybe taking a long is a good play. But who knows?
I mean, for me, I would look at a month out.
Our data isn't turning super bad just yet.
For me, I'm looking at like a month out. 2 months out.
And I usually long in liquidity
Order
pockets
filled.
every single time
Order filled.
with bullish TD ratio. That's my favorite trade, liquidity pocket, which is why I'm doing it. We call it Matt's favorite trade in the
Order
boot camp.
filled.
Bear zone top, bull zone bottom. It's good. We have resilience though, negative on resistance at MHP, so that's kind of a limit to the play. But there's still a good 30 points in there on the S&P, which by proxy gets Nasdaq right up to about 500, give or take. So we'll see. Looking kind of strong. It is kind of looking strong, right? Especially if the Nvidia with monthly hedge support is really strong. You know me, when I'm trading Nasdaq, if I get that Nvidia support, that's juicy, right?
So yeah, we are up here.
Can't complain with that one.
That's what we're looking at.
But is Trump going to say anything new? Nothing new is coming out, so we'll see. I thought that my original thought this morning was like, whatever, man, let me just fade this back down to 0 because nothing's changing and Trump's just kind of like making stuff up. But for whatever reason, I think that the gap down over the weekend
Under 26 on the VIX.
and the response today was an over response just to reset because we gapped down significant and expiration had a huge amount of buying into the month. So, I mean, the fact that we went up 200 points at the end of the day on Friday was kind of a key that people are still sort of like grabbing the dip here. So dealers wouldn't have jumped price so high if there weren't fear of some buyers coming in. I think Friday is what scared them into that today. And this could be that surprise liquidity area where buyers just step in. You can just feel the flow. The flow is not bearish at all right now. So unless some weird red candle comes out of nowhere, like Trump says something,
future sell-off alert would be a 16.18% correction, the same exact percent.
I don't know.
From the March 25th sell-off alert in 2025.
Okay.
That led to like 480
in the backpack yet.
483
could reject on
as
5082.
predicted bottom last year.
Doesn't look good.
Now, even if we went to the downside too, that would
Order
also
filled.
satisfy that
Scared me for a
647.39
second there.
would satisfy that.
Bottom wick forming here on the 350s. 51. Nope.
Order filled.
Rejection on 51 on the UVXY. Let's see if it falls further or if we get a bounce. This is a backpack. Backpack. We're failing this bottom.
And now we wait. You thought Mouse frozen? Oh, I was reading Financial Juice.
It's a profit.
Man, I got this like pain in my neck. I need to get like heat pad or something.
Volume coming in. Rejections on UVXY. A big bounce.
Y'all are funny. Yeah, I'm just reading the
Yeah, 150.
reading the juice.
Rejected.
So liquidity pocket. This is good. We'll see. It's not that we're not finding a lot of buying volume here though, but the thing would be that it would be a slow moving thing. This is not a speed up move from here. Liquidity pockets just don't usually sell off easily. So the reason I like to take a bet there is that because it's a stable place to take a bet from. And then once what happens is the shorts get exhausted, and then once any kind of squeezing happens, it can propagate a move that speeds up. So not the worst bet to make.
Order filled.
Neck is hurting, man. I slept on it so weird. Like I said, I've been bouncing between 10,000 and 20,000 P&L all day. I've been getting the moves right, just the pivots have overshot. And
Order filled.
I think Abhishek is AI. That's very possible. I've had my suspicions.
Order filled.
Which would mean SPY is 652.
30, 220,
Order
out
filled.
2.
My fear is that it won't be easy. Like that something dumb happens and then it
Order
like
filled.
does this.
It would make a lot of sense.
You never know what's going to happen in this
Test it during
environment, especially when the president's
We
talking.
retested it in pre-market.
This has been a challenge to finish today. We're at 51 on the
So to see a
UVXY.
New York session retest
Order filled.
Long again.
would make a lot of sense.
5103. Would love for it to reject.
And now we play the waiting game.
Order filled.
Oh, I'm long
Resistance
too.
is holding
I
strong.
added
It
down
is.
there.
It's
Yes,
holding, but
come on.
there's definitely not a lot of.
Come on.
There's not a lot of
Let's
activity
bounce.
here. That's the one thing.
113.
We are literally on the edge, like the scary edge. So
We're a little bit on the edge here.
we're not seeing a lot of people do much.
Okay, down 60, down 90. Break even. Up 10, down 70. Up 140. Okay. It's getting ready
I
to
mean, I don't
rejection
hate the
line.
trade.
Scaling there, and it dumped me. VIX is trying to pop up here. So is the market. Which one's gonna win?
Republicans
Who's
do
gonna
not make a
win?
deal on anything. Very good chance of a deal with Iran.
Up 20, down 40, down
I'm not seeing anything else.
Yeah, there's greens. There's greens. Yes.
Order filled.
Out one. Stop at break even. I would have exited on that EMA that we're riding down, but I'm curious if we're getting a good rejection on the VIX. Yes, yes. Come on, that was the bottom. Let's go. Here we go. Yes, 300. No top wick. No top wick. Yes, yes. 270, 280.
Order
Out at
filled.
360. Sorry, 300 to 260, somewhere in that range. Up at thou wow.
Let's see if he's still
Big
speaking.
bounces on the market here. That rejection was taken pretty seriously. Rejected
Order
26.
filled.
I'm long 2.
Order
Out
filled.
1. Up 1100. This is a chase.
Now
so
he's
it's quick
talking about
moves.
Yeah.
Kamala and the
Just reading.
border.
Man, my neck is killing me. I need to lay down. Every time I turn my head, it's like this is pain. I slept on it weird. Let's short or long into oblivion. One way or the other.
Rejected.
To some oblivion it
I
goes.
don't know if I want to add up here. 51 on the UVXY.
I have this heat pack thing that like wraps around your neck. It's pretty good. I'm gonna bust that bad boy on a little bit.
Yeah, basically.
Can we
off
see
above it.
any move at this pocket? Normally, you would see activity at
Oh, that's
least
a nice
That's why we-
bounce.
by
That's a nice
now, but there
bounce.
is
Come
no
on
anything,
If we do
Show
go
it to me.
up
Let's go.
which has me a little worried.
and we end up
Here we
seeing
go, up 40,
quantitative exhaustion.
35.
I've got Batman's neck.
120. Yes,
The
yes.
last time it took
The Michael Keaton rubber Batman suit where he couldn't turn his neck. He had
the
to.
measured
Did y'all ever see the
move
first
Order filled.
Batman where
Just so
he
you
was
know,
stuck in a rubber suit and he had to like look up like this?
250 away from
50%
passing this
retracement.
account. $250.
Which is
When we get there. Nice
669.99.
rejection on
The old good old days.
Nice rejection on 26.
Order
I'm gonna go
filled.
with-
Week and a
I'm gonna
half.
go with
People
it
would
again.
punch him. He'd be like,
Burned me
"Meh."
last time.
And we got within
Oh, there it's moving.
3 points.
Let me do something real quick.
2.17%, just under 0.5% from that level in pre-market. So what would be
Order
very
filled.
interesting is
Okay. About
Let's say we go-
$160 away from
we have a
passing
big
it.
bullish move,
We got
right?
this. We
And we're
got
like,
this.
oh yeah,
I'm not gonna
that's
size
awesome.
up.
You
I'm
know,
actually
you
gonna size
can
down.
Big bullish
Mind
move.
Ooh,
Positive
okay.
1.618.
Now it's starting to move.
68.65.
Batman.
Order
Dun, 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 dun,
We're all
dun,
celebrating,
dun.
right? We're all like, yeah, that's awesome. Well, however,
Chose micros instead of one
what that
mini
would
here so I
do is
can
that would
scale out with my profits
increase
as I go
the
up.
correction target.
You
Order
broke your neck.
filled.
You feel your pain. You
Order
broke your
filled.
neck? No. Wait. How'd that happen?
Oh, sorry, that was only
Recently, or like when you were younger?
Catch my clicks
And then
there.
if the
Are
next
you
day
okay now?
we
Like how did it work out? That really sucks to hear.
We trade sideways.
So with our arbitrage indicator flip flopping around like that, it means there's one really big stock that's passing through a key level, and it looks like Apple's the one. So let's
We
pop
might not
Apple
have
up
a
on our
week
chart here and see what
or week
Big
and a
Daddy
half
Apple's doing today.
grinding higher, if that's the case. Faster
Oh.
the recovery, the faster to the
Let's-
target.
Maybe it loads up in a second here.
No
Still in the
obvious
red.
succession.
$75 down.
Apple at half gap. That's the one. All right.
Begin. So
Order
we
filled.
have to be very, very focused on how this all pans out.
50.55 on the UVX.
Now the timing is going to be correct regardless.
Up
So
12.50.
if we pump up to 1.618
yes,
to the
I like
upside,
it.
I've literally had my
69,
eyes
Do it for
69.
real.
just
So in the
glued
short
to these
term,
charts
if we're
here.
great, that's a concern for the next few weeks.
Order filled. Order filled.
It could be a short-lived
Order
pump,
filled.
13 micros.
and then we just fall.
Long way to go for 100.
The more sustained it can be, the longer this drags out, the more bullish this is in the longer term, the more we can avoid another alert.
92. Rejected.
So
Oh,
basically
50s.
what I'm saying here, and this goes
That's a bounce.
against my
That's the
own
bounce I was looking
position
for.
that I have.
Here we go. Here we
What
go.
I'm saying here
Come on.
is
You got this.
for
You got this. Come on,
sustainability,
MQ, you got
I'd
this. You
like
can do
us
it. You
to
can do it. Don't be afraid.
not
Don't be afraid. There
go
it is.
that
There it
high
is.
that quick
$18, $30,
today.
$50.
Order
Okay.
filled.
Taking some
Order
off. Taking some
filled.
off.
Order
Short term,
filled.
that'll be very profitable.
That's basically a break-even trade. All right.
Order
take it.
filled.
Your brain is clouded in sleeplessness. Dude, it was such a long night for me. I mean, it was a good night. I was doing so much work, and I didn't get a good night's sleep. So I'm excited until like, actually, like I was yesterday. I was like, oh, I can't wait to get off of work, and then maybe I'll just like relax and play some Crimson Desert or something and just chill for a day. No, I've got to get this site launched.
It's really the algos, but he is part of it for sure. The other thing that could happen is, let's say we moonshot through 670, and we just keep going.
Order
and
filled.
Keep going, and we're in the 690s, right? And the trade's going even better.
Order filled.
You'll do some work for me?
If I get a sell-off,
How much you charge? That's the real question. Are you cheap?
Because if we're above that 50%
Order
retracement,
filled.
then it requires 2 days. If we do that, then the 16% drop is from a
Shorting the
higher
rip.
level.
Yeah. Let's see. You'll work for free?
Order filled.
Anytime someone says they'll
Order
work for
filled.
free, I don't know if
Think
that's a
the
good
market's
idea.
gonna do an actual like tough correction.
$5 an hour just enough to feed me. If my trade goes good, how about that? I might not have $5 at the end of this trade.
Towards 670, get another sell-off alert, and then push us down after that.
AirPod failed right in the middle of a trade. And I do this with no looks. Yes, yes. Up 30s. Up 40s. I'm taking off a bunch. Taking off a bunch. All right. 1383, which means we have 120 to go. SPY 656.
Order filled.
And stopped out.
I mean, I bet if we fast forward to Monday, we're trading lower, like a week from now. I can see that.
5026 on the UVXY. 2583 on the VIX.
He's talking about crime-free city.
Order filled.
Don't love the hesitation. Top step
Order
X.
filled.
Oh, oh my.
Order filled.
Big red. It's going to get bought up though. That looks like an algo candle.
And you could probably be right about that.
Order filled. Order
Chasing
filled.
it down. I think it's going to wick up.
A little bit of selling pressure here.
Order filled.
Fingers on the
Okay,
button.
long 10.
Do I just close this out? Am I just happy with 15K? You could have some volatility there.
Down 70, down 40, down 30, down 20. Will the bounce continue or will it just kind of reject off of our entry up there? Let's see.
Perfect.
40s.
Coordinate some things for people left for the day. Okay, now we wait. Do we hold this pocket?
Green.
Third or fourth red candle slam we've had into this 357, 360 level.
Greens up $27, down $50.
No
Buyers have
push
got to
the
step in
upside,
here.
that's for sure.
Oh, VIX is flying.
We need to see some of those stocks move, but man, it is not.
UVXY is pumping.
To see. Might just be the first one to bail on this, or what?
Bit of a hanging man. Longer rope than legs. Don't love it. Will it bounce?
Order filled. Order filled. Order filled.
Long 14 now. I think we hold this low. Nope, not if VIX is pumping. Whoa, big hesitation on Top Step. Come on, guys. VIX pumped. That's the wick, finally. Finally, come on, come on, come on. All the way up, all the way up. I'll even put a stop down there at the bottom.
Little place for this, and now I get ready to decide if I want to exit this trade or not.
Come on, all the way up. Elevator up, let's go. It's a long top wick on the UVXY.
Everything is the most sensitive. The algos are the most sensitive. For every action, there's going to be an equal and opposite reaction, most likely. It could be from like the lamest.
If we start to fill that wick, I will start to exit out of my 16 micros.
I don't think it's worth it from a day trade standpoint. Swing trade.
Down 350. Still think we get a bounce here.
Let's double check what
50.90, 50.92. There it is. Come on. Come on. Up we go. Let's go. Here we go. Here we go. 60s, 130, 170. Taking many, many, many of these off. Still long 5. Wait, wait. One more. Passed. Woo! That's how we do it. After it rejects the EMAs, we're all flat.
in the next hour. We will know.
Done for today over there. Now, what's left?
Too far.
We got one more. So that's it for Top Step. Both of those are passed. Pass it, baby. Pass it. Getting back into my Lucid because I do think that we just bottomed. That was the end of UVXY.
Is he live again right now? Yeah, and he's just
369 up here.
Sean bought some calls Friday morning, that's why. Yeah, make sure he comes out here.
UVXY
and,
bounced.
says what he needs to say
If
to
we
get
see it
to go.
reject, then we could get
Needs to
another
go
push up. 50.80 here.
Hmm.
50.80. Oil rejected. That's a good sign.
This is always a tough play, yeah. I know. This
Alright,
one
I'm
is
in.
a little trickier because
3 micros.
Normally this upper green band is not like once you dive back into the DD band, once you back in, you don't normally
Playing with
jump right
profits
back
here
down.
on this Lucid.
So
Don't
this
want to let
play
it
is
go
just
too
a
low.
scalp to here. Essentially, that's
Up
what I'm getting.
369, so
We get to
keeping
there,
it
and then
small.
maybe I just
Don't want to
close
lose
out
my
and get that.
profits.
But it's the trade is essentially
Down $30.
3 to 1. So it's a pretty good R to R. Like, that's why it's kind of worth taking maybe.
Down 40.
Breakout's looking real. There is some buffering here. I mean, you're supporting this 320 level pretty hard. But
Okay,
that's
added
just
one,
literally
long
all hinges
4.
on Nvidia. That's pretty much why. Everything else is looking
Like
a
the
little
bottom wick
questionable with all these red arrows
F655
right
on
here.
SPY. It'd be great if that
But,
candle
you
could go
faithful
green.
here. Nvidia's holding the fort.
Ugh,
Which
did not go green.
looks just like the Nasdaq. So we'll
I'm
have
gonna hold
to see who does
655 on
what.
SPY.
Like I said, I'm not taking my eyes off of it.
Order filled.
Little by little, each one of the stocks are starting to pull back. So
Dang.
Order filled.
looks to be probably the path is down.
Not going well with our profits.
Order filled.
Long 7.
We'll see.
Long 8. That whole wick filled up.
It should have at least made a bounce by now. I'm kind of pissed off that it's not.
Out of profits.
Might just close it soon.
Long 10.
I've got my targeted stop is to be if we fall below this area here.
Want to see a bounce here. UVXY just pumped to new highs.
Velocity.
Order rejected.
Can't add any more there. I'm full size here. $100 bounce.
What's my 351? Oh, it's kind of 30 points down. Not the best looking sign. But
Bottom wick is good so far. Bottom wick is good so far. Come on now. Let's get a bounce here. Let's get the bounce.
every time I turn my head to read chat, and like my neck is in so much pain. I don't know, like why. It's like you sleep on it weird, right? It just has like this weird sort of.
Okay, forming a bounce.
Sort like that.
There we go.
I definitely have no energy today. And I'm sore, I'm dead. It's nap time after this.
180s, 170s, 130s.
Wait, what are we dubbing? Wait, what are we dubbing? What are we dubbing today?
Down about 200 now. 170, 130, 120. This is a bounce. Let's hope it's not a bounce to be shorted. UVXY down. I like it. Come on, show me green. Yes. Up 50.
What did I miss? Let me see something going on here. Let me get the news back up.
Dang, back down to 100, 150. Oh, that was my take profit moment. Now it's fighting.
Israeli media quoting a senior official: "We are not worried about the talks with Washington and Tehran."
Okay, green. Baby green. Prepared to scale out.
Nothing big there.
UVXY 51 test. Looks like it's bouncing so
If
far.
I'm wrong, we're gonna hit this DD band just immediately sell off. If I'm wrong, so 355, we return to that, and then it's just red from there. It can get pretty gnarly.
There we go. 150s.
I can just be happy with what I got.
Okay, here we go. 120, 116. It's bouncing. Come on, come on, keep it going. Keep it going.
Wait, is it W to enter the contest? Is that what it is? You just because you're chanting for me to win my trade. Is that what the dubs are for?
Just in case.
Buyers are stepping in. If you say W enough, the buyers will step in. Good.
130,
That's all I
100,
care about.
70s, 90s. Almost green.
S&P
Almost
pocket,
green.
CD pocket.
There we go. Green. Still rejecting off our entry.
Yeah, the way that this
I want
will
to see a
lose
good
will
pop
just be
here.
a
I want to see a good
sudden,
pop.
sharp
UVXY at
red
51 again.
Candle. That the buyers just come in once Nvidia sells off. As long as like my eyes are like I'm watching this right here. As soon as this light turns red, then trade's dead. Right? The last
Okay,
little
green,
support we
green,
got.
greens, greens. Taken out, taken out, taken out, taken out, taken out, taken out. Leaving 2.
Turned out okay.
Woo! Good trade. Taking off 1 more. Woo! All right. Good trade in the funded account. That's what I like to see. We call that tickling the bottom. Bottom tickler. Guilty. Tickled it.
Okay, now this is the moment of truth. I either get this red candle that zaps me out, or
Nope.
this is
Nope.
this is the way to go.
This is glory. Not enough glory to add a backpack because I don't think I can in this account. This is just a little baby 25K account. VIX is under 51. Okay, we're in it. Still in 68 profit, 69 profit. Tempted to take it at 69. 75. I reckon I should just hold this.
This is the moment of truth. Do I just cut my losses and be okay with, or actually cutting my win and being okay with it?
All right, I'm out at 71.50. I'm out. I'm out like a trap. 471 on the day. Prepared to re-enter though if we continue. Looking for continuation. 365s. 368 is really kind of like the resistance there.
Hold it.
All right, I'm long 3 more.
Hold it.
50, 66.
Let's run it. We'll see. But unfortunately, I'm running out of time for you guys. Won't be able to see the whole rest of the trade. But if you tune into my afternoon show on my channel, you'll get to see how this plays out. I'll be in chat there hanging
Rejecting from the entry. Still playing with profits. Got about 400 in profit.
It's been kind of fun with you guys. Usually when I'm wrapped up in a trade, I don't have a trade. I usually have something really good to teach.
That's what I want. I want it squeezed. Yes, I want to squeeze. Come on, squeeze me. Squeeze me. Squeeze.
Managing everything. Usually when I trade, I get pretty focused.
Out one.
So you got to see me in my focus element today.
67.25. Terrible fill.
When trading futures, I'm always eyeing the stocks, like the bigger stocks that have supports. I keep an eye on that. Right to the right side of Rocket Scooter.
I like the green that I'm seeing. I like the green that I'm seeing. Get over that 68. Get over 68. Get over 68. All right, out of one more. Let's break even.
S&P is still surprisingly bullish after all of this. Nasdaq's just the only one
We did
that's
not get over 68. That was a good subtraction there.
Pulling back, but there's enough kind of hanging on there that I have a little bit of hope. But
whoa, whoa, big bottom wick on the UVXY. Tough spot to be long from.
In about 3. If you guys want to check it out and hang out with us in the afternoon, this is my YouTube channel.
Okay, add on another. Yes, yes. Show me green. Baby greens, but I'll take it. Show me green. Come on, don't fail. Don't fail. Don't fail. Get over 80s. Get over the 80s. Yes, 68. Oh, come on. Get over the 68.
Take this probably to 24,480.
Yeah, that's where I want. I want the 80s, just like Matt.
300 if I'm wrong. I mean, what a huge run, right? You got about 200 points of run there. But yeah, you guys take care.
Keeping it small. Keeping it very small.
Afternoon. I'm gonna go down. I'm gonna plug in my little.
Oh, and it was rejected. There goes UVXY. 5089. Very, very bouncy on UVXY. Not great. Added 2 more off the EMA. Yep. Bounce it. Bounce it. Come on.
And we start our beta tomorrow for the prop site. So be in chat. We'll tell you guys all about it. Other than that, have a good day, and we'll see y'all.
Time to bounce. Time to bounce. Bouncy time. There it is. Long 4. Take out 2 and we get in the 20s. Now we're red 20s. Come on, pop it. Pop it. Up $1.50. 19. I'll take it. Out 2. Out 3. Stop at break even. Can't hurt me now, motherfucker. That UVXY bounce is no bueno. But I'm in there off the EMA bounce. Bouncy bounce bounce. Feels like we're rejecting off the upper EMA. 5086, 5089. That's going to stop me out probably. On the UVXY. Stop me. Oh, but it immediately bounced up there. 5089. Looking for a rejection.
Order filled.
Long 2. Out 1.
Order filled.
That's a good scalp. Stop it. Break even. There we go. There we go. Yes. Setting up a little bit of a Morningstar reversal here off the bottom. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Taking it there. 504 on the day. That's real money. UVXY plunging a bit, but we're here at resistance, so I don't know if I like it to chase. I don't know if I like the chase. In fact, I think I might like to call it a fucking day. What do y'all think? Let's see. I'm not in a trade. No. Flat. Flat. Up 504 on the day, which is with a 40% consistency. I think I can only really make like 600 a day. So I'm not looking for a lot more. Tell you what, let's go over to Top Step and see if we can activate those. Okay, let's show me those past counts. 2 out of 5 yesterday passed. That's okay. Okay, activating. And I'm going to go with the consistency plan, 40% consistency, because I am a very consistent trader. Consistently bad. Prepared to re-enter here if UVXY breaks down. Nope, UVXY not breaking down. We're at resistance. Yeah, good time for me to say farewell to you fine folks. I don't think I'm going to trade those Top Step XFAs today. Yep. UVXY bouncing, market rejecting off of the resistance just like I thought it would. But will we bounce from the EMAs below? Testing the VWAP. Getting a little bit of a bounce off the EMAs, but it is also a hanging man with the legs touching the EMA. $50.50 again on UVXY. Tick is strong. I'm in. Whoa, hello, hello, thank you, hello, I'll fucking take it. Woo! Look at that 50 break on UVXY. I was in there. I took it. 685 on the day. Can't really do a lot more than that. Something's happening. This could be news. This could be news. All right, I'm out on this funded. Let's see. You know what? I tell you what I'm going to do. We're going to go to Top Step X, and we're going to go to the practice account. Not going to take that express funded. I could have gotten a quick couple bucks, but I got it on my other account. This is the practice account. Practice. Here's what we see here in the practice account. A double bottom with a bit of a cup and handle. I'm going to go 15 micros long. You can see I've got 20K of drawdown to work with here. 15 micros, we'd have to really crash. I'm in at 15 micros. Let's see what happens. I'm going to go take a break. See y'all in a little bit. Tell you what I'll even do. I'll even full screen this motherfucker so you can really see what's happening. Boop. And then we go order, move up. No, I want it to go order, move to top. There it is. Okay. See on the practice, something's happening. There must be some kind of news. UVXY is dying. Look at that. Almost up 1,000 on this practice account. I'll take a couple off. Take 5 off. It's 250 bucks on the day. And I'm going to take a break. Look at that. Came all the way back down. Okay. Still long 10, 420. I'm going to take off 5 more.
Order filled.
There, I'm out 5. All right. And I realized something. Oh, we're breaking MHP? Uh-oh. Wonder if Neon is in this long trade. MHP testing here. UVXY falling.
With the Planet Fitness Black Card, you can bring a friend anytime and so much more when you join today. Get all the perks with the PF Black Card for $1 down and $24.99 a month.
Join today for just $1 down. Deal ends.
Matoski was long. Okay, Matoski, listen, at least someone got it. That makes me.
We did not hold the MHP break. That was good exits.
All right. So let's go over the agenda, because the agenda kind of ties in. The agenda kind of ties in to item number. Well, actually, you know what? Okay, so
that's probably going to be it for me. I bet it's just a short back down from here. If we stop out, I will be done for the day.
Versus trusting the feelings. A lot of people have short feelings, but the numbers today were showing long. Right? The numbers today were showing long.
Sorry about Neon talking over me here.
Today, but you know, sometimes you have like a feeling.
Wow, caught that bounce off of the prior day low on UVXY. That could have been your moment to short. But so far, we're staying long. Took off 1 more. Took off 2 more. Moving my stop up to the bottom of that candle, because that is just an SR flip candle sequence right there. It could be good to hold for the long. But again, this is my last trade of the day. UVXY 49.60, I believe 48.50 was our magic number there. We're still above the prior day low, pumping a little bit. Gonna take out 1 more. Stopped out. Okay. That's the end of our trading day for today, folks. This was fun. That was a quick $660 on the practice account on Top Step, which is all good fun, but I don't think we're going to break through the MHP over here on SPY. But if we do, party time. But I think we probably chop here, right around MHP, and then we fail it at the end of the day, would be my guess. So, on that note, I'm going to call it a day. Let me get this thing out of here. Just gonna hide it. Let's see. There we are. There we are. Hello. Done trading for today. I appreciate everyone who watched. Probably no one, but I'm not apologizing today. Not sorry. Not sorry today. Today was a good day. And hopefully tomorrow will be as well. I hope you have an awesome day. Hasta luego. Adios.